Because the fact of the matter, I just call this meeting. I ain't scared. I just call this meeting because I thought you might want to talk about it. The headlines read, Ndamukong Suh to a 1-year, $14 million deal. I knew he would. You see, all that BSing around that he was doing, he's going to Tennessee and he's going to the Jets had. Well, I guess the Jets, did the Jets call him in? Did the Jets call him? Anyway, he's touring about. He's going, he didn't go to Oakland, he went to, did he go to Dallas or something? You know what, Suh, remember that episode, what's the name of the rock show? Anyway, I remember Suh last season, he was on the first episode of the Rock's program, the show. Oh, what is the name of the stupid show? I watch it to death and I can't think of it right now. Anyway, Suh was on that, right? So I get a feeling Suh probably likes to be in television land, right? So he goes running around, and I knew his mind was already made up even then that he was going to come back and go to L.A., right? So I'm laughing because I say, Suh's going to sign up with the Rams. He wants to see if he can drive that price up, Pro Football Focus already believes opposing NFC West offensive coordinators should be scared of the Rams' new-look defense. I mean, think about it for a minute. You got Suh at the front line. You got Aaron Donald next to him. They still don't have anybody coming off the edge, so they figured to address that by putting Suh at various places. He's a 5 technique, but then again, if you put him on the edge, he becomes a big problem, right? Because now Aaron Donald can be used in the middle like he'd like to be used since he got rid of Robert Quinn. All right. And then they got, of course, back there the two guys that both of them can already say we're all pros. Actually, they've got 3 all pros. Well, they got 4 all pros. They got 2 on the front line. They got 2 in the secondary. We should be concerned, but I am not concerned. All right. You got Peters and Talib back there. Talib is slowed down. I believe we can smoke him. And Talib never could do anything with any of the fast guys anyway. So, Pierre Garçon's not impressed. Kind of enjoyed Pierre. He directed an Instagram post to Marquise Goodwin already saying, immediately after he got the news, of course, immediately saying, they still can't stop us. Pierre! I like that attitude. And they can't. They really can't. One thing we need to remember, Shanahan over McVay, okay? So he can over Wade Phillips too. Shanahan knows Wade Phillips, knows what he likes to do. You see, this is the thing that we have to remember. Whatever they got going, Shanahan is already 2 steps ahead of them. Just, don't even worry about it. I'm serious. He is just too much for some of these defensive coordinators, and I doubt that Wade can beat him, all right? And earlier today, per John Lynch at the NFL owners meeting, it seems Jimmie Ward is going to be migrating back to the corner position. Now, fam, the reason I mention this is this. I think the importance behind this one is, why are they doing that? Who do they want to put at the safety? Now, you and I both agree that Adrian Colbert has done a very good job. I didn't know he'd already won the position, though. But John Lynch did adore him last year, didn't he? You see, Klosky T is still the man in charge of the strong safety. But then again, this opens a door for Raymond's prediction of bringing on that boy from Florida, Derwin James. See, a lot of these things are clicking in a way that make you start to speculate. The big board may be shifting. To what? We don't know. That's why I called you. I want to know what the hell's going on with Jimmie Ward all of a sudden being shifted back to corner. Why? I realize we need quality depth back there. Okay, that's one reason. But what else? I don't know. All right. I'll hold on a second. I got one more thing I want to say to you. According to Matt Mayoko, the district attorney's office has yet to determine if there's enough evidence in the latest arrest to pursue criminal charges. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Couldn't they have, how much more of an investigation do they need to do? It's been going on for how many weeks? Why didn't the DA just come out and say, all right, fine, 49ers, you guys escaped the bullet this time. Reuben's free to play, but listen, let me tell you guys one thing. The only reason why he's really free to play is because I am a 49er fan. I'm not going to pursue this case any further. If you tell his girl, I'll deny every word you said, and I will bring this case back up. Do you understand me? So, I have a feeling the longer it takes, maybe that's good. They didn't come out right away and say Foster will be indicted on such and such a time. I understand they're supposed to do that within the next few weeks. Lynch responded to that accusation or that statement by saying we're operating on their timeline. There are dates, but we're operating on that timeline and monitoring it. We've been close in contact with Reuben, and he's doing a fine job, or he's doing a nice job. So there you go. Reuben's keeping his nose clean. As you notice, there's been no more phone calls on Reuben's misbehaviors. And the DA maybe sitting waiting to see if he does anything wrong. Hey, get off Reuben. We need him. So, and the league is going to have their own thing to say about this because, Goodell, I don't really like troublemakers. He's going to have to spend at least a day suspension. Why, Raj? Because I'm Roger Goodell, and I'll tell you what I want, and you will do it. So, we got to go through that. So that's fine. Anyway, Cynthia's on the phone. Hey, Cynthia!
Ronbo!
Cynthia!
I'm so scared.
Yeah, I know, Ndamukong Suh he is an animal, but remember this, Cynthia, he hasn't been very good the last couple of years. That's why Miami didn't have any problem saying goodbye.
Well, I think for the money he was getting, he probably wasn't as productive.
He was getting a lot, though, Cynthia. Cynthia, are you on speakerphone? Because we're not able to hear you very well.
Okay, I took it off speaker.
That's great. Okay, so no, go ahead, because you say he's, what did you say about his money?
Well, I was hearing that he was not producing given the money he was making. At one time, he was the highest paid player in the NFL.
I know, Cynthia, but that was after he got to Miami, though, So he actually should have been producing. Right. I think that's why Miami said goodbye. So you're still fading in the back. Can I get you closer to your mouthpiece?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I think I know what's going on. Are you using a remote device?
No, I'm on my iPhone.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So Miami said that for the money they were paying him, he wasn't producing up to that money.
Oh, now I see what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. Cindy, that's what I mean. He hasn't been very good the last couple of years. So, yeah. Oh, God.
I don't know. What is our answer? What would be our answer to something like that?
I think we've already addressed it. My main concern is not him. And I know some people can say, you're crazy. Listen, it's Aaron Donald. I don't like Aaron Donald being freed up. Ndamukong Suh he's going to draw a certain amount of attention from the offensive line. If they double team him, that's going to give Aaron Donald a little more break. This is the only thing to fear. I don't really think Suh is going to be that big of a deal. He's going to be good, but he's not going to be an overwhelming force on their line. Aaron Donald will be. And now he's got a partner in crime. So
who on our team is going to be teamed up against him?
Well, if Mr. Suh is smart, I don't know. If they put him on the ends, Staley is going to be fine. I'm feeling he's going to pick Staley. He doesn't want to deal. He does not want to deal with Trent Brown. So he'll probably go to the other side. This is going to be interesting to see how he does this. He can't work inside on the 49ers anymore because we've got the center, new center that's going to be fine. And I'm not sure what Joshua Garnett's ready to do yet. We're not weak on the offensive line anymore. If last year, Cynthia, I heard this, I'd be cringing. But there's no real weaklings on the offensive line right now. None. So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I feel a little bit better. I called so you could make me feel better.
It's true. Last year's offensive line, I said, oh, my God, what are we going to do? This year's offensive line, there's more muscle there. a lot more. And I'm pretty certain if Trent Brown stays healthy, I don't know where Suh's going to attack. If they put him on the edge, we got that covered. If they put him inside, it could be a little difficulty because you got Aaron there and you got him next to Suh. If they're smart, they run those two together. But Cynthia, they're running a 3-4, which takes away a little bit from what they'd like to really do. So you're going to put Aaron Donald inside by himself with the two other guys and no Robert Quinn. You're going to put Suh out at the OLB. This is going to be, we'll see what they do. I don't know. The coach, their defense, Wade Phillips is pretty sharp guy, so we'll see.
All right. Well, I'll be looking out for all this stuff, and
all right.
you know, thanks for. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah, no need to get too scared too soon.
It's not overwhelming like I thought it was.
Nah, they're gonna have to work. They're not getting to four. They're not getting through that front line as easy as it sounds. No. Maybe last year. All right, Cynthia.
Okay, take care.
You too. Yeah, bye. You know. Yeah. All right, it's Kels, you've got no audio. Kels, check the app again, because you're still one function away from getting that audio to work. So let's go to repent. Jesus. Yesterday he's in his car. Razor, you can relax. Repent's sitting in a safe place now. He's really concerned about you.
Man, I really appreciate that, man. The more the merrier.
Repent, what are you thinking about the developments today? I mean, I first said, this is crazy. I knew he was going to come there, but I didn't know they were going to announce it right now. What was your impact? What was the impact on you?
Well, it just happened. I just opened up your app, to see what we're going to talk about. And
so you're just now finding out about it, yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? I was already kind of preparing for it mentally. Once I heard that the Jets, rescinded their offer, yeah. I was like, oh, shoot, man. It's actually smart if he goes up with Aaron Donald, so.
Yeah.
I will say this. I mean, you're already saying it, and, you're actually making me feel better. Our offensive line right now is much better than it was.
Oh, yes.
And if it just like you said, if it was for last year's offensive line, I might be a little nervous,
Yeah.
So, but I will say this, man. Hopefully we have some time, to play them before we do, because our offensive line needs to get in sync. They need to be able to come and work together. So if it's like the third game of the year, then it might be a little tough for them. But I do believe that Kyle Shanahan will get them prepared, and that offensive line, should be gelling a lot more if it's, maybe mid-season they play,
Mm-hmm. So that would be so ideal. I agree. Yeah. And of course, the other thing to talk about too is, they're talking about Ward being back at corner. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get at too. What do you think's going on with that? Is there a plan?
Now, this is the only thing I'm thinking, and I think we're all thinking the same thing. I think Lynch. Let's go into Lynch's head real quick for a moment.
Yeah.
Lynch is thinking Chubbs is going to be gone. Tremont is going to be gone. And we're not maybe sure about Landry. We're not sure about other pass rushers that are mid-round picks. But maybe they're feeling good about Derwin James. Okay?
I was thinking the same thing.
They're thinking, we got a starter ready to go, So I'm actually liking this. The reason why I like this, too, is I was looking at the article that was talking about, Ward playing, and it was specifically saying that I made the conclusion that Ward has suffered his most injuries at safety, and that's because he hits.
Mm-hmm.
So if he could play cornerback, he actually suffered the less amount of time regarding injuries, and he played longer in the season. So I want to see Ward out there. Preferably, I want to see him at safety because, quite honestly, I think he's going to get hurt, and we kind of already know it. You know?
And you're right. You're right. And so Derwin James. He comes in and they can play him. The only thing I think about Derwin James is what have we got? Kwaski T, and you've also got Adrian Colbert. Does does that become a round robin as to who can win that spot? Because Kwasi's going to win one of them. And Derwin's going to have to compete against, I guess, Adrian Colbert. But he's liable to win that, especially if it's a first-round pick. They're going to give him the edge, right?
You know, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that would be the case. But I could also see them all three on the field. You know, I could see Derwin James coming up as a linebacker, and you got Colbert and Tart on the field as well.
In certain packages, yeah.
So I mean, that's the versatility you get to have with Ward, with Derwin James now, and you know, I'm really liking that possibility. You know, and I'm just wondering if Lynch is maybe thinking that his pass rusher maybe not, and maybe his ideal pass rusher, you know, as far as value, is maybe not in the first round. You know, I mean. So
I agree.
I think it's interesting, man. And what if the Niners feel confident that their current pass rushers right now are going to step it up? I mean,
and you know,
we got guys stepping up coming up soon. So
we're out of time, but you know what? I got a feeling they are going to skip. I thought about that yesterday. I agree with you, man. They're going to work.
Oh man, it's so exciting.
Chris Kiffin's going to work with what these guys. He's already assured Shanahan that he can make that work.
Hey, did you see the Cinderella story that was it Schrager from NFL Network?
Good Morning Football, yeah.
I was loving it, man. Yeah. You know, that dude, I'll tell you, that dude Nate Burleson. You know what? I'm trying to think of the last good thing he had to say because he picked the Bears. I'm like, come on, are you serious?
Oh, they're going to do that to us. Repent, we got to go though. Listen, I tell you what, I'm going to look for you tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow on Red and Gold, okay?
All right, man. You guys have a good night. Go Niners, baby.
All right, fam. Yeah. And let's go to 770. Area code 770. Who is that on the phone?
Ronbo, this is Chris calling in from other phone number.
Hey,
Atlanta.
Chris. Come on in, man. Well, Chris, you've seen the developments today. Did it slap you out your chair when you was reading it? I mean, coming. I mean, some people.
I looked at it as they're really desperate, man.
I know, you know, we don't need to overreact about this. You know, I'm like Garçon. They still can't beat us. They didn't do, if they got OBJ, I think I'd then be impressed. They may be able to now rule the West. In fact, they get OBJ, they could rule more than the West. That's a little too much offense. Right. You know, but as it is.
They got a little video up with Richard Westberg talking about, you know, what Suh's game is and how to take it away from him.
Yeah.
So he's already prepared. He talks about that with the Giants on how to handle it. So.
I like the way that sounds. Yeah. Let's not get over carried away with Ndamukong, because he could be.
I mean, you sit back and look. When is the last time a team spent this much money in free agency and went to the Super Bowl?
I know, right? Because how much money did the Eagles spend last year?
I know that Chris Long, they got him for. It was that much. I want to say maybe it was a $7 million deal or something.
Yeah, and they picked up Torrey.
Chris Long, and Torrey was already there, though, right? That was the second year.
Was that
the first year, right?
Yeah, we just let him. Yeah, it was Kyle that let him go. So they just said he's been there for one season and he's already gone.
They got him.
And they picked up a couple of guys, but you're right. There was no. They picked up the wide receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith. They thought that's where they were the weakest at. The defense did they add a lot of pieces to the defense?
No, that hasn't grown.
Yeah,
they got it in free agency the year before, I think.
Yeah, so they've been building for a little while on that. Yeah, okay. So, but you're right. I'm trying to think of the last team that spent a fortune and actually went to the Super Bowl. So it's a good question. So yeah. So go ahead, Rams. I hope they do get over.
Yeah, they overpaying, man.
Yeah, well they should. But you know what? They've got $100 million somehow next year. Now I don't understand how that works. But it's been said they
did the rundown on like golf contract. I mean, I think between golf and the running back. Whatever.
Oh, guys,
it's not a lot of money.
Contracts. So they don't really have $100 million unless they don't want to resign about half the roster. Oh God, of course. And then, of course, there'll be expansion of the cap next year by the league. And then it came out to $100 million. Now, that just goes to show you how many people they got to re-sign, don't it? Yeah!
Yeah, it's got a lot. Yeah, they're going to be in trouble. That's why they think they're going to win one this year. That's what it is.
They better. The Rams better. And every game they lose, well, I'm going to be talking major smack. Because you know what? This is just comical. It's like somebody in the front office does not know what they're doing.
This is up there just rolling the dice, man.
Exactly.
He's rolling the dice. I guess they're trying to go into their new stadium with some swag or something. But
you got
not the way to do it. I'm like I said, I'm not scared, man. I bet Kyle and them, they're chuckling. Yeah. I don't know, Kyle must have been on the three-way call with Garçon and all them.
Yeah, laughing at guys. And they're laughing and joking. And Garçon just went in and started tweeting. Then start Instagram's keys. They still can't beat us. Everybody knows, you know. 49ers, man.
Right. But hey, here's my one question, though. Would you give up that 9th round pick to Brady and Odell?
Yes. And we got to, you know what, Chris, we got to go. But yes, and that's I'm going to ask him because he is a first-round pick. But that's the only reason why I would do that. I'm gonna ask. Let's run that question all the rest of this conversation. All right, Chris. Appreciate you, fam. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the question. I knew the question was going to finally come up. You know, because I saw that the Giants talked about giving a first-round pickup. But the 49ers pick is pretty high, so, you know, they might think about it. They get 2nd and a 9th. They get rid of Odell, who will not behave. But here's the problem, fam. If we get OBJ, we still got to sign him to a deal, right? How much damage would that do to the 49ers? Hey, Kels, if you got – let's see if Kels – yo, Kels.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, man. Sit back. Kels, you got to turn something off. You got a feedback going on.
I was probably have your YouTube playing, but I'm
yeah. You got to shut that down.
All right, how about now?
Yeah, I did it. All right. No, it's still there.
Still there?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Also,
how about that?
Yeah, let me see this. No, here it is again. It's when I speak. How come? All right.
How about now?
Yeah. Yeah.
We good? Is it good?
It's a little low. Now, if it is, it's faint. Okay. Yeah, Kel. All right. Oh, hell no. It's really, it keeps going. It gets louder and louder. Okay, so, but you got everything shut off. Are you not watching on the app or anything, right?
Nope. Everything is off. Just close the iPad.
Okay. Hey, that was it. All right, Kel. So I tell you what, I'm not going to talk much. When I talk, it seems to come back. Kels, go ahead. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, man. I tend to think that this move, I'm not really scared of it. They kind of put all their chickens in one basket. If they don't get a Super Bowl this year, it's pretty much wraps for them. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for them. But one thing that makes me not feel bad is because I kind of see what they're doing here. They're trying to build the buzz as far as the market in LA goes for their team, as far as the new stadium goes. Because 2 years ago, I went to a Rams game when Kaepernick scored that winning 2-point conversion to win the game. I was there, and it was way more Niners fans. It was more Niners fans than it was Rams fans. So I kind of figured that they're adding all these pieces to build a buzz around a city because it's buzzing right now. So what all these people and that they're adding and building buzz in the media is just going to build more attention, and sell more tickets. Mm-hmm. That's pretty while they're good. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to add. So they're just all in this season because next season, like you said, yeah, it looks like they have a lot of cap space, but they're not rolling none of the cap from this year over. It looks like they're going to just roll over a little under $12 million. That's not nothing. But that $100 million that you see over there is because they still have to re-sign Todd Gurley, Aaron Donald, Roger Saffold, this, that, and the other. And they also have to figure out a way to keep Peters, to leave. And now Suh's on a 1 year, so next year Suh's have to – obviously they're not going to keep Suh. So, I mean – and then on top of that, like you said earlier, this Wade Phillips 3-4 defense, them adding Suh pertains nothing against our scheme, which is the outside zone run. Mm. It doesn't really hold a lot of weight as far as stopping the outside zone run scheme. And if anybody should know that, I feel like McVay should know that because they run pretty much the same offense, and then you seen what the Vikings did to them last year.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings defense is basically the type of defense we run, and if we add Derwin James, it's going to be basically identical because Jaquaski Tartt's going to be like our Harrison Smith. They shut down their outside run zone scheme. You need 4 D linemen and edge defenders. You know, a DN that's going to be setting the edge and protecting the edge for those bootlegs.
Yep.
So I mean, this doesn't really pertain to us. I feel like they added this just for the shock value, and then maybe just to win some games against other teams. It really doesn't have anything, you know, holding any weight against us. I mean, he's going to do his job. I'm not saying Suh's not going to be no type of way of effective against us. He's obviously going to disrupt certain plays, but he's not going to. It's not like a big. I'd rather play against Suh on their team than Robert Quinn. So that's what it is. To be honest.
I like that. Well, Kels, let me say goodbye to you. And listen. Oh, by the way, let me give the question to you. Would you trade that first-round draft pick? Would you trade that first-round draft pick for OBJ for the 49ers first-round draft pick? I mean, of course.
As much as I love Derwin James, I would have to go ahead and trade that pick for OBJ, man. Period. I know we could. I don't know. His abilities with our offense is the potential is. I don't even know how high it is. That's why I'm like, yeah, you gotta just trade it. I'll trade it, but it's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah. Go Niners.
Yeah.
We still in the hunt. Don't let this move, you know, scare you at all. This Suh ain't nothing. You know, he's just a grown man. Everybody in the NFL is grown men.
All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo.
What's going on? Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, but you know, here's the question of the night. The question of the night will be, along with everything else, are we going to trade the first-round pick if that should happen? And you know what? You never tell with John Lynch. Although I don't see OBJ is going to be a problem should he come to San Francisco because he's not going to play unless he gets his deal, right? So that means he could be half the season. I don't know that. Can Parag Marath actually deal with that, right? So, you know. Anyway, let's go to it's Big Al. Big Al, you there?
I'm here, man. You hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. All right. Okay, Big Al. Okay, guys. Big Al, I got to get you to shut everything. Oh, it's Kels. Well, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to hang you up, okay? Because they're still going. Okay. Thanks, fam. All right. Now, I found out it's the headphone. Your headphone must be laying somewhere near something. So be ready for that next time. Oh, it's wear the headphone. That's what it is. Okay. All right, Kels. Have a good night. All right. Oh, Big Al.
All right, Ronbo, everybody, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you scared?
Well, real quick. So with Pierre Garçon, a lot of people don't realize Pierre Garçon, he's a big shit talker. He talks a lot of shit. He's been like that since he's been in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, you know, all the talking, I mean, hell, we talking about it right now because when they sign Suh, like you said, that's going Aaron Donald finna eat.
I know,
that boy
that's
about
the thing.
To eat.
Yeah.
He is about to eat, man. And right now, you cannot go to the Super Bowl if you are not the best in your division. Right now, on paper or whatever you want to say, the Rams have star players. They just do. On offense and defense. I mean, I'm not saying golf. I take Garoppolo all day over golf. But early, I mean, and then their defense is going to be a problem. I know Talib kind of getting a little long in the tooth. What is he, about 31, 32?
Yeah, he'll be 32. The season starts. Yeah, as I remember, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, we got to see what goes on in the draft. If John Lynch does some crazy shit and has a good draft and hits on every player that we get and don't do another Solomon Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Then I think we'll be all right. It just depends. And as far as Odell Beckham Jr., we need to go get that boy.
Who? OBJ?
That's the best wide. That's the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
You know. And he's not that. He's not that over. He's not too big. I think he's like 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? But he's fast. He's quick.
Yeah.
He's agile. I mean.
And Kyle likes that. I know.
Yeah, and then you give Jimmy Garoppolo the best wide receiver in the league. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
The thing is, I will make this statement and bet against anybody. Talib and Peters still can't cover Garçon. They can't cover Marquise Goodwin. So that's why they can't cover Taylor either. So see, there are two weapons there that make it all of a sudden easy for guys like McKinnon and the other OW to just really to eat. Because I see where McKinnon will have a field day, as will Juice. See, the way they're going to be, you've got a coach here in Shannon that's going to know how to manipulate all that muscle they got out there. This is why that's a neutralizing factor. And Peters, I'm making this statement now because watch what happens to Peters in this defense. He looked good in Kansas City because of that front line. His first year, he gave up a lot of big plays, and he screwed up often. Last year became a little more prevalent. Why? Because Dontari Poe and some other guys were missing off that Kansas City front line that he played with the first time. I want to see what he looks like this year. Now, this year, he does have Ndamukong Suh up in front of him, as well as Aaron Donald. Is that going to be equal to what he had in Kansas City? Because that Kansas City front line defense was tough that first year he came into the league. So I've got a feeling Peters may come back down to earth. Talib will still be Talib, but neither one of them is going to stop Marquise Goodwin. That means, what are they going to do about Garçon now? You see, that's why I still think the 49ers may have an offensive edge here against their D. Because Jimmy G's not going to hold the ball long enough for Aaron Donald and Big Boy to get there. That's not going to happen. See, so I still feel good about our chances. I don't want them to get OBJ. If that happens, I am concerned.
Oh, you saying if we do get Odell Beckham?
No. If the Rams,
you mean the Rams?
Because they're in the mix. Now that throws a little bit of wrench into my works. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on NFL Network. But they mentioned us. They mentioned the Browns, and they mentioned the Ravens. So, but if they go ahead and get him, it's a wrap. You can go ahead and put them in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. Go right ahead.
Oh, see. All right, fam. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, out. Hey, Daryl.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Daryl, man. Sit back. I said we need to talk. Before everybody starts freaking out, I says, you know what? Because I even see one person, we need to go get another old lineman. No. We no longer have the same offensive line we had last year. I have a good feeling about that offensive line. But what are you thinking?
Man, I'm going to tell you like French Montana said, Rombo, I ain't worried about nothing.
Good.
Rombo, that's football. You know what I mean? It's going to be competition. As soon as we got Jimmy G, everybody trying to figure out a way to
stop him,
beat our offense. I'm not worried about them getting Suh. I'm not worried about them having Peters. I'm not worried about them having a key. I'm not worried about that because we still gonna eat. Look at the defenses we had to play last year. We had to play Jacksonville. We had to play Tennessee's defense. We put up 40 points, and we put up 40 points against the Rams last year with Brian Destroyer.
Yeah.
So
and Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster wasn't there, or Gurley's action would have been slowed way down. So you're right. See, we didn't have all our defensive weapons when we played the Rams the first time. Malcolm Smith, Reuben Foster, they weren't there. Navarro Bowman, he was tired from Thursday. See, Yeah. I feel.
Yeah,
good.
I'm not worried about that. I don't know why the Empire tripping or freaking out. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about who we gonna get in this draft. I'm not worried about what the Lambs is doing.
There you go. And it's a healthy attitude too, because what they're doing is, it's good. No doubt about it. They're gonna win some games, but as far as them dominating, I don't see that. And NFL Network has crowned them as number one in the division, and then they put the Seahawks right behind them, so you can tell how confused they are. So
And think about this, Ronbo. I mean, I know this is a different era, but think about back when Joe Montana was playing. Look what defense we beat the Monsters of Midway in Chicago. We beat them, and look how great that defense was. Yeah. I'm not worried about that. You know what I mean?
Brilliant wins.
We got a great quarterback. Yeah. So I mean, you know, they over there making moves, but like you said earlier, you hit the nail on the head, Ronbo. You said Kyle Shanahan is 2 steps ahead of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, right.
Scheme any defense on the planet. You can come in there with all that muscle and think you got all this and all that. And McVay knows that's why he's scared to death. He's probably begging on and not, please, you've got to get OBJ. People, you don't know this guy like I know him, okay? There's nothing we can do to stop him unless you do certain things. And we've not done enough yet. Get OBJ. I can just see him now.
You know what? I mean, I'm not opposed to getting him, but at the same time, I kind of don't want OBJ because he look how he's acting in New York. He's already, I'm not playing unless I get a new contract.
No, he's the
diva.
He
just got a new contract last year.
Yeah, he's a diva's diva.
You know what I mean? Like, he on some like he whining about he want money. Every year he wants a new contract. I don't want that issue. I don't want that headache in San Francisco. He's a great wide receiver, but I don't want that headache.
I hear you. Dale, let me see you tomorrow, okay? Because we're getting filled up here. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to the Not an Empire.
Yeah. All right. Hey, James. What's up, man? James? James?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm okay. I'm really okay.
Hey, I want to tell you before we go into it, I got that from you, and pardon me for not getting back to you. I'll send you the reason why, but we are definitely going to link up, okay?
All right, no problem.
And I'm listening to it all, you know, and it's so interesting. And that last caller, he made a valid point, man. I would not want to see them get OBJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's when it makes
He's not only talking about a new contract. You know what he's talking about? He wants to be paid like a quarterback. That's how much he has this phenomenal belief about himself. Like, I'm the greatest player on the team, not just as a receiver. You understand? Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, thanks be to God, will not entertain that fact. And if he goes to the Rams, good luck for them. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Rams, let me tell you something. People would think that defense on paper, it looks like a championship defense. The Dolphins let Suh go because of the money they were paying him. He was not as productive as he was 2 years ago when they signed him from the Lions. Wow. Okay? He hasn't been that productive. And on top of that, why do you think Kansas City let Marcus Peters go? Because, he was good at defending. He was great at breaking up passes, but he also gave up a lot of points because he will not tackle people, man. You understand? Yeah. And the Rams, right now, they're doing everything they can do because they are so afraid of number 10 for the San Francisco 49ers and the leader of number 10, who was Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Okay?
Yeah.
And they are doing everything to try to compete against us. And let's not forget, we played 3 possibly playoff teams. At least the last 2 were playoff teams that one of them should have went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars, we blew them out. Tennessee Titans, we blew them out with Jimmy G being on the field in his second game, had learned maybe 20, 25 plays at the most. Okay? So, to me, I'm not worried about it at all because one thing about him, if you blitz him, he will make you pay because of that quick release. So let them get Ndamukong Suh, and they can put a tank out there, okay? A real tank on their defense as far as I'm concerned. Realistically, Kyle Shanahan will scheme against you, and I can tell you right now, I'm believing they're not going to trade that 9th pick, and I do believe, I've said it before, John Lynch, because he was a safety and one of the top safeties in the league in his time, I got a feeling he's already dreaming about Derwin James being in a Niners uniform, bro. And not only just so much as getting Derwin James, the Rams want to keep doing what they're doing. Let me tell you something. I actually have got a feeling that probably somewhere in the 3rd round, if he's still sitting there, I got a feeling Shanahan is going to pull the plug to show the Rams and Sean McVay that he will always out-scheme him offensively. They're going to pick probably another running back, okay? And in this picking up this running back, one of the biggest running backs coming out of college this year, plays for the University of Alabama by the name of Bo Scarborough, was actually bigger than Derrick Henry, was more productive than Derrick Henry, but he got injured, something with his ankle, I think, when he was behind Derrick Henry. And this guy is that back that you bring in the 3rd quarter, 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and now you just want to punish that other team's defense. And right now, I'm not even worried about that Suh signing. What they really should have done, you giving this guy $14 million, and you've got 6 free agents that are key cornerstones of your team. You can't keep them all.
That's it.
And I can see it now. At the rate they're going, that general manager, if they don't go to the Super Bowl this
somebody
year,
gets fired. James, we got to stop.
Somebody is getting fired. Yes, sir. You can believe that, buddy.
I believe it. I can't wait till this time next year. All right, James.
Yeah, all right, man. Listen, I will be in touch. We'll talk about that. What we've been talking about. Okay. Be blessed. Love what you do.
Thanks,
Nana
James.
Empire, Nana for life. Be blessed.
Right, have a great day. Thanks, James. All right. And the Sheik comes out of, hey, Sheik, come on in here, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah!
What's up, brother?
Sheik, man. I saw after seeing Suh sign, and I said, "Oh, here we go. Now here we got to go into panic mode." I said, "You know what? I've been watching. I watched tapes for the last couple of days of why Suh's getting thrown out of Miami. How do you get rid of a guy like Ndamukong Suh?" And I said, "Okay, I see. Suh takes plays off. He's not effective." I said, "You know what? I think I'm not worried about him." But when they start talking about OBJ, I says, "Oh, wait a minute. Now, come on. Don't let him get OBJ." But OBJ's such a problem child. Maybe they should get OBJ. So, but what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that the Niner Empire is not scared of what they're doing. The Rams are just, their heads cut off, don't know what the hell they're doing, signing whoever they want. Oh, let's get him. Let's get him. Do you think that's going to solve the problem? No. You guys have contract after contract after contract. And Suh is only signed for 1 year. You think he's going to be back next year?
No.
You think you guys are going to win the Super Bowl? Hell no.
Better.
And Donald has a contract next year. Jordan has a contract next year. And Peters and Talib, they're going to ask for big money as well.
Especially Peters.
What are you...
He's finishing his rookie contract, yeah.
And the thing is, it's really sad. And it's like really
It's
think like
funny.
how a team should... What?
It's funny, actually. I mean, because like
Yeah,
I
it's
say,
funny.
I know McVay is orchestrating half of this because some Rams don't know anything about what's going on. But McVay, he knows Shanahan. And he even said before he signed in last year, yeah, I didn't really care to have to deal with him twice a year, but yeah, we'll be all right. You know, I remember him saying that last year. I was laughing. But we weren't very good last year. But now he's got the wrong quarterback, and McVay knows, and the whole league knows because everybody's talking about it. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But go ahead.
And another thing is, like, Suh does not do anything against us. I don't know if you guys noticed it. He doesn't really tear, even Donald. And if you're going to have those two guys thinking, that's going to solve it. No. We have McKinnon. We don't have, let me rephrase it. We don't have Carlos Hyde going down in the middle anymore. So they think we got McKinnon. He's going to go around you because he's fast.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think, shout out to the Nighthawk Club, by the way. We've been posting a lot of things about Odell Beckham. They want a first-round pick.
Yeah.
We need a wide receiver. Shout out to Show. But honestly, we should not give him our first-round pick. Maybe a next year first-round pick, or maybe 2 twos this year and next year. I'll be down with that. But the money situation is a little iffy. If he wants $20 million, that's a little problem for me.
Oh, probably wants more than that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ronbo, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, and I want my wide receiver, but I'm watching tape of Derwin James. I'm actually liking him.
Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, my God.
Oh, not over Landry. Not over Sutton. Not over Sutton. but it's growing on me. He seems like a better. I want my
idea
in the first
round than Sutton, right? Go ahead and admit it. It's okay. It only shows that you're snapping out of it.
No, I'm never going to. The thing is, we need a wide receiver. But the thing is, Derwin James, I believe we should trade back. Buffalo or Miami in 11 and 12, they want a quarterback. Mayfield, they want Mayfield to come on in and get him.
All right.
And we'll go trade back. We'll get Derwin James, get some picks, come back in the first round again, and get Courtland Sutton.
There you go, Show. You got it in, man. I mean, Sheik, we got to go, though, Sheik. See, I got you guys combined now with the wide receiver thing. But Sheik has come down to believe in something righteous suddenly. But he still wants his wide receiver. Let that be going on the record.
I'm not going to give that up. Never. Courtland Sutton fan club, here we come. And shout out to the Nighthawk fan club.
Yes.
Shout out to the Heart Foundation.
Yes.
Join this club, guys. Add me up on Sohelrad, and Hitman and Raymond. Come on, join me, man. What do you guys do? We got everybody. We got shout out to Go Hard and Sean the Jewel. They joined us. Hit that like, guys. Hit that like.
I gotta post you guys up. I gotta post you guys up so everybody can see it. Who doesn't know about that fantastic club?
I want the originals, man. We want the originals. Come on down. All right,
Chief. Have a great night.
Go Niners. Never scared.
Yeah, Scott here. Thank you, Scott. Scott's message is this: the replacements are here. No Rams, Seahawks, or Cardinals will dare. 49ers, baby! Niners! You know what I like about this year? We can talk smack this year, and you watch the things that are going to be going. I figure by this time next year, not only the Rams, but other clubs will be building their teams in an attempt to stop the Rams' offense. But the problem is, like I say, whatever you do defensively, Kyle Shanahan's already got an anecdote. Who's this on the phone? The 90 you love to hate. 90 you love to hate, you got a lot of noise going on there. Is your microphone rubbing up against something? 90 hate, can you hear me? Yeah. I love the empty chair with the logo on it. I just like about this program. We got a lot of people, they've always thinking of great dramatic things. I love it. Louder you love to hate. What's up, fam?
What's up with you, Ronbo?
Yeah, man, we just sitting here, man, and digesting the Ndamukong Suh pickup. And I figured a lot of people go into panic mode. Man. Yeah, that's the way I feel. I mean, come on, man. You know what?
You see what number I got on.
Yeah, that takes care of all them Suhisms.
Yeah. No, but I can't lie. That's a pretty good pickup for them.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pickup. I don't know how it's going to work in that 3-4.
Right. Exactly.
And I know you mentioned that, if they move him to outside linebacker, they're not going to do that. He's too slow. He can't cover. Yeah. He's not fast enough to keep up with running backs, tight ends, nobody.
So
they have to leave him in the middle.
Yeah, that's a good pairing with him
Donald.
and Aaron Donald. I think Aaron Donald is better than him personally.
Well, yeah,
I thought that
he
for the
is.
last couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if they get Odell Beckham Jr., man, I'm sorry, but it's over.
I know. They cannot. You know what? I don't see them getting him. I mean, Odell's going to come to L.A. I told him in New York, I'm going to tell y'all the same thing. Unless I get an extended deal at the amount I want, I ain't stepping on the field. You know, and don't nobody want to hear that.
But he might take a little pay cut because it's L.A. and that's his thing. You know, he like to be in the spotlight. Go from New York to L.A., be in that little scene.
New York's a bigger spotlight,
and all,
though.
doing that fag shit he do.
Yeah. But you know what? New York's a bigger spotlight, ain't it? I mean, to go from New York to L.A. is one thing, but I don't know. Which has got the bigger spotlight? East Coast, West Coast?
Well, you know, 1A, 1B,
yeah.
1-2.
There you go, 1A, 1B.
Would you take him? What if we try to trade from him? What if you get a report tomorrow that John Lynch is inquiring about Odell Beckham?
The only thing I'd have to hear in advance is they've already got a deal secured. I don't want him coming to the Bay Area, sitting around with his arms folded, with his lips all stuck out. I ain't playing till I get my extended contract. I told y'all before I came over here, I got to get paid. If I don't get paid, I ain't getting on the field. I mean, put Odell back in that box.
He gonna get his ass whooped too with that attitude.
God, he's got issues. I don't know who he thinks he is. Man, I like him as a player.
His talent is undeniable. I can't lie. I was watching some film on him today, and yeah, he's pretty good. Well, not pretty good. Everybody know he's excellent.
Yeah, no doubt about
his
that.
Attitude, man. He's too cocky.
So I don't know what we could deal with that. And I don't want any. The locker room would turn into a mess. I think that's why they're trying to ship him out of New York, because all of a sudden they say, "We'll entertain offers to get rid of or trade Odell."
Somebody just woke up.
Uh-oh.
I guess I was too loud. Are we worried about the Rams?
See, she knows. Even the ladies know. The Rams, you got to do more than Suh. I'd be more afraid if they brought who else is an interior lineman that's really scary right now. They got a couple of guys.
Another thing I thought about, would be good since they playing in that 3-4. What if the Harold Landry slipped or Arden Key, Hubbard from Ohio State? They can draft one of them edge rushers, man, and I don't know.
And that's what they need too. That's what they need, because they got rid of Robert Quinn. I know, but he'll still be a rookie. So let's see. We'll see. Rookies do come in crazy sometimes.
Yeah, Alden did. What did he have that first year? 14
best
sacks?
Year, his best year of his career, in fact.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we got to go, fam. I'm going to tell you what, man. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, okay? See what else happens.
Right,
we may be looking at OBJ in San Francisco.
You.
All right.
All right.
It would be crazy. OBJ in San Francisco. But you don't know how to act, though, man. Raymond is here. I was waiting for Raymond because I knew Raymond was going to come in and say, I told y'all I was going to get Derwin James. It's all in the plan.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing all right, man. Like everybody else said, though, as soon as you open up your computer, man, what? The first thing I said, what? But then, I expected it. Because he was just clowning with them other teams. He knew he was coming to L.A. He just want to see if he could drive the price up, make sure the Rams know. I got options, so, y'all, what you got to offer? $14 million. All right.
Right.
The Jets told him no way.
Our foundation, man. This the post of the Niners right here, man. Look, man. First of all, ain't no Odell Beckham. He's tripping. He over there getting $15 million lawsuits. He in the hotel room with girls and drugs and all that stuff, getting caught up on Facebook. He got a bad attitude. He kicking goalposts around. We don't need none of that. We're not even entertaining that. So that's dead. No more talk about that.
Yeah.
All right? So, now, about this, Ndamukong Suh, I just read it and kept reading because we got Jimmy G, right? And he get the ball out of his hand quick. The fact of the matter is why you so not worried about the Ndamukong Suh is the reason why I'm saying we need to grab Derwin James, because the quarterback, like Jimmy G, get the ball out of his hand quick. You need somebody covering. Them linebackers out there nowadays, they're not cutting it. The NFL better pay attention. The way that the offenses are scheming, okay, and they need to get faster guys out there on the field, okay? So these big linebackers, they're not running with these running backs no more, you know? So you might want to put a hybrid safety beast, Derwin James, right there next to Reuben.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I keep saying. Y'all always keep talking about depth at safety. We need depth at linebacker. That's a linebacker, man. I want him at linebacker. Okay, I'm gonna play him
Raymond,
right there.
How do we what do we call him? We call him a DW, a defensive weapon.
No, we gonna call him a linebacker. Put him right there. No more until we get rid of Ward or Colbert is a rookie, so he got potential for growth. Tart is all right there where he at. So when Ward don't play right this year, or he get hurt for that $8 million that we got that money just playing around like Monopoly, we gonna let him sit that out, you know. And appreciate you giving Sherman the jersey, you know. So if he don't play, he could clean his block out, you know, and he be gone next year.
Hey.
And we'll have Derwin right there to plug and play. Derwin is a football player.
Hey, but you know what?
Ronbo, you know how they YouTube Ronbo's? What I want you to do is YouTube Derwin James and then get back at me.
No. I've been watching Derwin for 6 months. But you know what? I want to know where Jimmie Ward's moved out of that category now. Jimmy's moving to the corner.
Yeah, they say they want to put him at corner a little bit. That lets you know where his value.
So, yeah.
You know, that lets you know where they think about the safeties right there. They want to play him at corner a little bit. They about to get Derwin. Man, I'm about to be happy. They about to make me happy. We about to compete with these quarterbacks throwing the ball around. Everybody's throwing the ball around. You can't have these big, heavy linebackers trying to chase running backs. It ain't working.
That's a good point.
It ain't working no more.
That's a good point. And the Rams don't have.
You gotta have a guy right there that can chase him. We got Reuben. That's great. You know. Now we need somebody with some quickness. Derwin James is pro man. He's 6'3", man. Dude, bring the pain. He hit like a linebacker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to hit me.
Raymond,
I know
question.
he can run with the running back coming out the field and the tight end.
Raymond, question.
Like you said, you ain't worried about the Rams because Jimmy G gonna get the ball out of his hand. Ndamukong Suh ain't gonna really do nothing. We had the Jaguars chasing us with underachieving offensive line.
Yeah, and the Jags are better.
The Jaguars chasing us. Jimmy G torched them.
Yeah, they're even better than Rams right now. By the way, who plays linebacker for the Rams?
Man, I don't know. I know who plays linebacker for the 49ers. Nobody.
Yeah, they got rid of Ogletree.
That linebacker.
Okay, see, that's where they should be addressing because we're going to Kyle will eat that up all day long. If they don't have anybody, it's going to be interesting. They don't have Ogletree's gone. They've got somebody back there, but he's not anybody anybody's concerned with. In a 3-4, they got to have two guys back there. They better be fast. Or Trent Taylor and Marquise Goodwin are going to have a field day. That's going to be
how you saying that, right, Rambo? You saying Trent Taylor and Marquise Goodwin having a field day, right?
Oh God, yeah.
So
they don't have any...
that means they're going to have slot receivers too. We got and running backs coming out of the backfield too. We need somebody to check these guys.
Yeah, but I already know who they have.
I've seen the 49ers getting thrown on every game.
They got rid of Tavon Austin.
Secondary just get torched.
Yeah, you know, we got to jump on this. We got to jump on this tomorrow. I'm gonna go check out the defensive line. They got rid of Robert Quinn. They got rid of Ogletree. Who they got back there playing a linebacker? This is gonna be all right, Raymond. Let me get back to you tomorrow, man. We gotta go.
All right, Rombo. Go Niners, man.
Yeah. What are the Rams gonna do? Trent Taylor's gonna be tough enough to cover as it is, especially the second year. You already know about Goodwin. This is gonna be interesting. Hey, Trey. Uh-oh. It's Monday night. The Undertaker walks.
No. Brother Ronbo, how have you been?
Awesome. I tell you, man, I feel really good. I was a little concerned, but now that I think about it.
Been a long time. Things have gotten a little buck wild around here.
Yeah.
Shout out to one half of the tag team champions. Shout out to you, sir.
With that being said, I need an immediate installment.
And now, Monday night, let me holler at you.
Every single Derwin James fan, let me holler at you. That means the Heart Foundation, the Hit Squad, the cheerleading team, the baseball team. I heard that Derwin James can play cornerback, Ronbo. I heard he can play safety. I heard he can play linebacker.
Yeah.
And offensive tackle.
Yes.
And fullback. And running back. And water boy. And head coach. Why is he going to be available at our pick, Ronbo? I mean, this sounds like the player I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah.
Why is he? I'm a Virginia Tech fan. Watch, play around a lot of ACC football. You know what I haven't seen around a lot? Derwin James around the ball. The guy has 3 interceptions in his career. 2 this year. Where are these plays?
Is Derwin being overrated?
Where are these plays at? He's not Malik Hooker. He's not even Jamal Adams. Where are these plays at? Where are they at? Where are the game-changing plays? Well, did they happen against Clemson? I didn't see any of those. Did they happen against Alabama in the first game of the season? I didn't see any of those. I watch college football, Ronbo. You guys are being sold a dream by a Florida State fan. So let me holler at you, sir. You got us taking another Florida State player in the 2nd round. In the 3rd round, too? And probably the 5th round, too? This is ridiculous, Ronbo. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked. Is that what we do now?
Oh, God.
They just got Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh. Who did they sign, Ronbo?
It's Ndamukong who?
It doesn't matter who they sign, Ronbo. That's who it is. We talking about taking a safety. If we don't trade up and get Quentin Nelson, if we don't draft Mike McGlinchey and move him to guard, like Brandon Scherf was at Iowa, we need to address our offensive line. You okay? You're okay with Josh Garnett?
I need to see him, Trey. I don't know. I can't say anything about him.
This guy said he feels sexy. The guy who says he feels sexy. Does that sound like a football player or a model? The guy who said he's feeling sexy.
That may not have been all he said. That's all that John Lynch said.
Okay. Well, John Lynch, you know what else John Lynch said? He told the truth. John Lynch has been telling a lot of truth. And you know what he said about my family? And I knew Kyle felt this way the whole time. I knew it. It was just a little kudos to everyone. He was distraught. He was in mourning when he found out that Kurt wasn't going to be a 49er. It was
Kyle. Yeah, no.
It was insane. Nah, but anyway, we're not going to do that. But about the draft, Ronbo, one last thing about the draft. We have to address the offensive line. This is not a joke. This is not a game. Teams are loading up on defensive linemen. Philly's got 20. The Rams are stacking up on the D-line. Minnesota's got a great D-line. Teams are coming. The Saints, good defense. Teams are coming after Jimmie. You better believe it.
You know, Trey, you always make sense. So all of a sudden, Quentin Nelson could be in the mix?
Ronbo, because there's one guy on this call, on the show that keeps telling me about all these jobbers that got signed to future contracts. None of those guys are going to be able to stop Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald.
Well,
none of those guys.
Not Donald. Trey, have you seen Suh the last couple of years? He could be neutral.
I will say this. No.
He can be neutralized.
He's a bodyguard, Ronbo.
Yeah.
He's a big bodyguard for Aaron Donald. That's what he is. He's a bodyguard.
And I mean,
you see what I mean?
I agree. That's what I said at the beginning of the show.
That's all he is. Yeah, that's all. It's a lot of money to pay a bodyguard, but it's the truth. He's going to keep him clean. Don't touch the merchandise. That's what they're doing with it right there.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and go, man. I know I don't want to do it. It's hot tonight, but the Derwin James fan club, y'all can holler at TNT if y'all want to shout it. Holler at
Yeah. Although I am not ready to fully give up on Joshua Garnett yet.
No. Everybody got
the
tape, Ronbo. You said you saw the tape. Did you see any interceptions?
No. I'm not talking about Derwin. I'm talking about Joshua.
Okay. That was probably the only thing you didn't see on the tape.
No. I'm talking about Joshua Garnett.
Everybody's watched the tape. I'm not willing to give up Jaquaski, and I'll say this: Jimmie Ward being an $8 million fourth corner is not going to work.
You don't like that one? It's going to be interesting. They got to move him. They got something.
All right, man. All right, I gotta go.
All right. Good night, Trey.
Right,
yeah, they got something planned to be moving Jimmy to corner. I can't imagine what it is. So, we're going. Oh, it's Bam! B-H-A-M, B-Ham.
B-Ham.
You know, I would say Bam, B-Ham. There you go.
What's happening with you, man?
Hey, B-Ham, man. I tell you, man, it's getting a little crazy around. Everybody's got these theories. All of them seem to jive. You know what I'm saying? B-Ham, what do you got to offer tonight, man? Because I am already not concerned with Ndamukong Suh because I am very sure that our offensive line currently as it's constructed can deal with him. But what Trey just said is right. Ndamukong Suh does provide Aaron Donald a little more leeway. And that concerns me.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I look at it like this, man. You know, I think about last year when we was playing those playoff caliber football teams, you feel me?
Yeah.
We made it work with Babbage. We had Babbage. We made it work though. Personally, I'm like the cat that just got off. I ain't seen enough on Derwin James, but I guess if we get him, we get him. You feel me? You ask me, I think we need to build our offensive line. I don't know what we can get out there. You know, I ain't really paid attention to offensive lines this year. Been paying attention to more skilled players. But I do know one thing. The other cat that was on the phone a while ago said, go get Bo Scarborough.
Yeah.
Hey, you see what I got on right here, right?
Ah, Bama man. Crimson Tide.
But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you.
All right.
Bo Scarborough is not an Alabama running back. He is not a Derrick Henry. He is not a Trent Richardson. He is not a Eddie Lacy. He is not a Mark Ingram. Think back before we waste the draft pick, only because he said that. We played Michigan State in the round of the playoffs one year. We beat them 40-something to nothing. You know, and Derrick Henry had just ran all over him. You put Bo Scarborough in the game, and these dudes didn't want to tackle no more big backs. This dude was running into the back of his offensive line.
Yeah.
I give him credit. He is a big guy, but he ain't got that running back vision yet.
Oh yeah, see that's
he don't have it yet.
Yeah, no more of that.
Before we don't need that. We don't need to wait. We don't need the old Trent Baalke regime. We don't need the draft players just to say we're gonna pick somebody and throw away some money.
Yeah.
If we're gonna get anybody from Alabama, let's go get C. Ridley. Let's go get Calvin Ridley.
C. Ridley. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I've heard
Let's
Shanahan.
go get Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the jet that we just picked up. I like Breida.
Yeah.
We need to see what the other running back, what is his name, Joe Williams, who
Joe,
was out
yeah.
last year.
You're right,
Yeah,
Joe
we
Williams.
Need to see what he gonna do.
Yeah.
We need to see what he gonna produce. You know, so some things we should. I mean, if we accommodated with it pretty much, I think we should try to roll with it. Now, Jimmie Ward, honestly, me personally,
yeah,
I'd rather have Eric Reed back and let Jimmie Ward ride. That's just me.
There you go.
I would rather have E. Reed back, and I'll let Jimmie Ward. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
boy,
it's been
Jimmy.
nice knowing you. We glad you gave up. We glad you gave the Shermanator your number, but $8 million for 1 year? No. You stay hurt too much? No. I mean, you know, Eric Reed had the concussion problems, but he didn't have the being out for the season problem.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't need none of the being out for the season.
Well, BM, we got to stop here, but I tell you what, man, another great contribution.
It's all good, brother.
And I'm glad you cleared things up about Scarborough. Somebody liked Bowie the other day, and I've not paid any attention to him. I've not looked at any film on him or anything. I just know he's big. I heard he was just big. So thanks for clearing that up.
Real quick, before I go, when you go watch film, look at it and see how much he get the ball and see how much the other boy Harris, it had 2 other running backs, and see how much they get the ball, and then you'll see the difference.
Yeah. The coach knows what he's doing.
Hey.
All right.
Exactly. Hold it down, man, and I get back at you when we make another good one.
I always love when you call for that truck, man. That's awesome, man.
Ain't no problem, man. Be safe, man.
You too, fam. And you be safe out there, too, while you're driving down that road.
Day.
All right, fam. Have a great one. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, man, it's B-Ham. Sitting in a big rig. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's Razor.
Ronbo, the Godfather.
Oh, Razor, man, it's rough, man. I tell you, there's been so many perspectives tonight. I am actually Razor. I'm not usually confused, and I'm usually solid on my own opinion, but my mind is like flexible right now, and Trey made a lot of sense. So I thought Raymond made a lot of sense too. Everybody's made some real sense tonight.
Raymond has gone crazy. Sorry.
But he still made sense in some things because you need speed and quickness out there. As far as your linebackers and everything, like you can't be slow back there. I have a feeling we're going to exploit the Rams second. Razor, you know who was in the Rams linebacking crew?
Okay, Rams middle linebacker. They have Mark Barron, which is a safety converted middle linebacker.
Yeah.
I repeat, a safety converted middle linebacker that's always injured because his body is so small he can't handle those linemen. They have Connor Barwin at the outside linebacker. He's old. They don't have nobody at linebacker, Ronbo.
And they're spending all this money. Kyle will eat that Jimmy G, that short pass. That is, unless you're going to play them suckers up, it's gonna be funny. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. And then Trey, I don't know why Trey called out the hit squad. We're not on the Derwin James train. I do like Derwin James, but you know me. I want to build up that pass rush, and I do like Derwin James though, but I don't feel like he's a bigger need than a pass rush right now. And then, but Trey was really on point. If he's so good, why is he not in the top 4 projected? But I think he is. I think he'll go before Minka, though.
Derwin?
Yeah, so I think Minka will be available at 9. But look at it this way, Ronbo. Reuben Foster for sure is suspended, right?
Well, see, how many games? That's the thing. I think it's...
I'm gonna say he gets a 6, reduced to 4. Okay, so... But that's not the point. The point is he's suspended either way, right?
Yeah, but if they drop DA drops the charges, it could be only the 2 games or 1 game for the dope charge down in. That's it.
Okay, so as of right now, without Reuben Foster, our starting linebackers are Brock Hoyle, Malcolm Smith, and Eli Harold. Do you think we can stop Tyler Gurley and David Johnson with those guys?
No.
Okay, so.
We can't.
Raymond brings up we gotta stop the pass. Well, I didn't know we have Tom Brady in our division in every single team. We have Jared Goff, we have Sam Bradford, and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Bradford is always hurt. Goff relies on Gurley. You have to stop Gurley first. And Russell Wilson, he's gonna scramble around all day. You're not gonna stop Russell Wilson with the fucking Derwin James. You're gonna stop him with the fucking pass rusher and the linebacker, QB spy.
True. That's true.
Yeah, so give me Tremaine Edmonds, give me Roquan Smith, give me a Harold Landry, or if Quinn Nelson is there, we'll take Nelson as well. But safety is not a bigger need than a linebacker or a pass rusher as of right now. They have Colbert, they have Tart, they have Jimmie Ward, even though he's not reliable, but still.
It's about speed. You make different adjustments on defense for each one of those quarterbacks. Now, Sam Bradford just sit and duck. So you need not do much more than just let the horses loose on him. But with Russell Wilson, you're right. That's a whole different setup.
Yeah, so you're not going to, I mean.
And Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a guy that takes a 20-step back drop. Jared says, I want to give myself plenty of room. You guys come back here to get me. By the time you get here, I'll have the ball gone. So, it's man, it's going to be strange. We'll see. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Yeah, so, I mean, you have to stop the run in our division.
Yeah. Especially the Arizona, because they're going to get their boy back next year. Yeah,
and the whole Ndamukong Suh pickup with the Rams, it's concerning, but at the end of the day, the way you stop the Rams, you stop Gurley.
You stop Gurley, and you stop the Rams. And the Falcons knew that. Yeah.
I'm confident Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan will build up a good-ass scheme to beat the Rams, but we really got to worry about Todd Gurley because he's the one. He's what beat us last year.
Yeah, I know it.
Him and Todd Gurley beat us, and stupid Brian Hoyer
and Sammy Watkins. They lost Watkins, and I promise everybody, if Reuben Foster plays, Gurley will not have a field day. That's why I said if he'd have played that first game, Gurley would not have had a field day. So
exactly. So we got to stop Gurley. That's how you stop the Rams.
There you go.
But,
Razor, tell you what, I'm going to go and look for you tomorrow.
All right. Shout out to the real champions, not the paper champions. Y'all retired. Y'all got suspended. We are here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. Oh, and shout out to Ronbo Sports.
Yeah. Don't forget the Night Hawk Club. Yeah.
Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, we're listening. Who is this?
This is Dan the Man, New York in the house, Jersey in the house. Would I trade the ninth pick for OBJ? No, because we got enough drama with Reuben Foster. The draft is really about Reuben Foster also to me as of late, trying to figure out what's going on with him. Tell me what's going on with him again. Can you repeat what the DA said out there in Cali? What's going on with Reuben?
No, we don't know. We're still waiting for that. They're going to wait. They're taking their time
on it.
Yeah,
we're still waiting for that.
Yeah.
That's a big peak. That's a big deal. Weeks ago, I said I was really emphasizing the release of Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a big deal, man. When a quarterback could get that damn ball out of his hands, and he has a coach that that's utilizing a running back, like Le'Veon Bell. That's the trend. That's what's going on right now. Running backs are the running backs today are like coming out of college. They have to be, and they're trending to be the Le'Veon Bells, and that's what's creating That's what's going to create nightmares for defenses in the modern NFL. Moving forward, and the fact that Kennan is going to be utilized like that, and Kyle Shanahan's defense running around Suh and these guys, it's a dumb move by the Rams. They're desperate. The Calvin Ridley thing. Look, I like Trent Taylor. I like our small, quick receivers, man. I'm just obsessed with that. I get it. Kyle Shanahan knows what he's doing, man.
I've been trying to tell people.
I've
been trying to tell people. Everybody knows what we need, but I keep saying,
everybody
if Shanahan wanted him,
all of this goddamn. Yeah. I'm listening, sir.
No, I'm just saying, if Shanahan wanted to make those moves, he'd make them. He went after McKinnon. It's not about the money. It's about he knows what he's doing and what it takes to get it done. So, yeah.
Exactly, man. Simple. We don't need to pay a lot of money for a receiver only because of this guy's scheme, Shanahan's scheme. Guys, focus, relax, focus. Shanahan is the leader, man, and he's a schemer. Come on, man. Just relax. Forget all the big names. I would say if we do get a receiver, get a red zone guy, out of college, like the Sutton kid. But if not, oh well. Let's focus on defense. Defense wins championships. We beat the Jaguars, a hell of a front line last year with Jimmy Garoppolo with that goddamn quick release. We're good. We're good on offense. If I were to go offense, I'd say Quentin Nelson just to. And I'm big on protecting Jimmy, man. I'm sorry. I am. But other than that, you're right. Our O-line is okay to handle the Rams' defensive line or any defensive line, including the Eagles. we're good. We're good on offense. Focus on defense. Reuben Foster, we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out because honestly, I'm gonna be real. I think Edmonds and Raekwon Smith, I think they might be gone. I'm not sure if we're gonna get them. So, I'm not that big on Minkah Fitzpatrick. I am a Derwin James, a fan, so because I like that Cam Chancellor effect. You know what I mean? I like this. Either Derwin James or sign back Eric Reed. That's where I will go, and I'm done. I'm dropping the mic. We good, y'all. We good. And that's it. Everybody need to relax, man. Look, if you play Madden right now, if you play a football video game right now and utilizes a scheme that Kyle Shanahan does with maybe even a mediocre quarterback, it'll still be effective enough to get in the playoffs. It's nothing like a speedy back utilizing him like Le'Veon Bell as a wide receiver, shifting him and going around line. There's nothing like that. The dunk passes is the way to go. You don't need to go big no more. Like, come on, guys, we good. I mean, honestly, NFC Championship. If we don't win the Super Bowl, if we don't go to the Super Bowl this year, it'll be next year we go and we win. The scheme, Kyle Shanahan is a genius. He's the best thing. Also, lastly, before I go, we gotta, I like the way we saving money. We don't need to spend money on OBJ or any big guy, because again, man, like, we gotta save money. And Rams is gonna be an indictment to spending wild money and then having to sign a bunch of contracts. It's about getting key players for whatever scheme you're doing, while also preserving money for the next 5 to 6 years. Because Kyle and that's basically the contract. Kyle, Jimmie, and Lynch, we're all 5 to 6 years deep. We got to get the best players, and we also got to preserve money. And you got the floor.
All right, Dan, we're gonna go. And good stuff, Dan. Talk to you later. All right, come on back tomorrow. Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah. And Dan coming up with good stuff. See, tonight, man, I haven't heard anything that was just completely wrong yet. But, let me area code is 316. Hello.
How's it going, Ronbo?
Yeah, who is this?
It's Bill.
Bill? It's Bill. Bill, how you doing, man? Bill's always incognito. He's got another phone again. Bill, come on. Bill, what are you thinking, man, about all this craziness? Are you scared?
I'm not scared, and I said it a long time ago. If you have forgotten, OBJ was flirting with the fact of being a Niner. Did you forget that?
Yeah, I remember that a while back. Somebody saying, I forgot who said that. Was that you?
Yes.
All right.
And I'm telling you, it would be smart to get him. But if he ain't here, if he don't become a Niner this year, he'll be a Niner next year. So he wants to become a Niner. It would actually be good. And besides, if you don't want to play, put him making balloons or something, entertaining the fans. If that's what he wants to do. Put him as his mascot.
Hey, Bill, my only question about OBJ is realizing Kyle Shanahan does not have a number one man. Kyle likes to keep that ball spread around the field. Now, the reason why I worry about guys like Dez Bryant and OBJ trying to survive in that system is when they're standing on the sideline, Coach, I'm wide open. See, I don't know if Kyle Shanahan wants to put up with that. OBJ, his mentality doesn't fit Kyle Shanahan football,
Oh, he gets open, though. I tell you that.
Yeah, but what if Kyle sees another fish?
He would.
Yeah.
Well, he might see somebody else, but like I said, Odell Beckham Jr. would be a Niner.
He's
It'd be
talented.
nice.
No, he's good, though. I mean, there's no doubt about his ability. But I don't know if we're going to be able to isolate like he wants. I'm OBJ. Throw me the ball.
Okay. Question. Would he rather have money or would he rather have a Super Bowl ring? Because we're going to get a Super Bowl ring. We're guaranteed to get one.
That's a good question.
We got Jimmy G. I mean, what does he want? Cash and be rich for the rest of his life, or get a Super Bowl ring and then the money will come right after? Look at Jerry Rice. He's booming.
Yeah. No, I'd like to have OBJ. I just worry about his mind. I don't think it'll work. I mean, I'd give up that first-round pick. But will he understand? I want him to sign papers. Okay, Odell, listen, man. My offense calls for what I think is available at all times on every play. If your number's not called on every play, are you going to be okay with that? He better answer me right, or I'm not taking that deal. That's my only problem with him.
Well, yeah. Well, if he could get open and hey, why not throw to him? I mean, if he ain't getting open and he drops the ball when he gets open, then of course you ain't going to throw to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to have to be. He's caught balls. He did good, and I think he would be a good receiver. But he's going to have to work with it a little and think about, hey, I'm going to get a ring. He ain't going to get it in New York.
No.
New York ain't going to get him a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. Bill, you know what, Bill?
They're done.
I do. You know what, though? I know how I'd use him, though. You see, he's going to draw a lot of attention from the defense. And that's going to free up everybody else on the field. Okay, you know what? That's how I could use him. He's going to take up the defense. He's going to take the best guy they got on their defensive coverage, and his linebackers get double teamed. Now Garçon and good Lord, they're going to let Goodwin loose. All of a sudden, I figured out a way to use him, if nothing else. All right.
Right, yeah. There you go. They would have to cover him all day long, opening everybody up, though. And let him be the drama queen. Let him be the main attraction. Let him be the main attention for everybody, the defense, everyone, where everybody's covering him, watching him. And next thing you know, everybody else is getting open. Boom. We're scoring.
I got to go with that, though. Yeah, okay. All right.
You know, if he wants to get all that attention, go ahead. Give it to him. Give him that attention. Because then if you don't cover him, he's going to eat you up.
Yeah.
So either way, you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
That's true. Either cover him or not. Either way, we win. Because I got adequate receivers otherwise that are standing by to kill you. So, yeah, you're right.
So that would be smart for Shanahan to get him.
Yeah.
That would be the ace in the hole, the guaranteed ring. Dude, it's there. We have everything else. That's what we need.
Yeah.
It's over.
His attitude is pissing GMs off, though, so he'll be right. Bill, we got to go. Bill, appreciate you, man, always, all right? Look for you as soon as you can get back.
Well, I'll be back on later. You have a nice day.
You too, fam. All right.
Bye.
And Consumer Bot says, want some OBJ, please. Niners! I agree OBJ could be an asset. I just wonder, can you work with his mind to bring him down from his cloud and say, OBJ, can we please work something out? Now, I want you to understand my scheme. I'm not going to be trying to freeze you out or anything, but I want you to play within the system and we can win games. Is that okay with you? Can you trust me? Excuse me? Do you know who I am? I must have the ball at least 75% of the time, or there's going to be problems. Call me when you think about that for a minute. I'm going.
Yo.
You know, see, that would be a problem. I don't know. Maybe he's not like that. I'm just maybe exaggerating it. We got on the phone. I heard a voice. Area code 323.
Yes.
What is your name?
This is Gus.
Gus, hi, Gus. Gus, what's up? Man, all these things going on tonight. You know about Derwin James and Trey's came in and said we don't need him. He doesn't know how to cover. And, of course, you know about Ndamukong Suh is now a Ram. And will Reuben Foster be freed of those charges so he'll only have to serve a 2-game? Anywhere you want to jump in here, man. Or else you want to add something else. What's going on?
Here's what I think is a possibility. It's not for sure because it takes two to tango, like people say, but... Yeah. Man, I got to wait for us to be good for like the next 6 years, man. Because you know the next thing after having a quarterback, the next most important piece, you already know. What you've been talking about forever is that pass rusher, right?
Yeah, I know. You know, that's still worrying me. I'm hoping Chris Kiffin's got everybody. Man, but go ahead.
Here's what I think the Niners need to do, man. They need to. It's gonna cost them 2 second-round picks and maybe an extra 4th, maybe more than that. But it's gonna at least cost them two number 2s and another pick later in the middle rounds. But if they can get ahead of the Colts and trade with John Lynch's friend John Elway at number 5, you know there's 3 quarterbacks going in the top 3. You already know that somehow, some way.
You can get anybody you want. You can almost get Barkley at that spot, number 5. Yeah,
no,
right.
I think they good. They want to ensure they can get Bradley Chubb, and they trade with the Broncos at number 5.
Because look, what did the Jets give up to go from 6 to 3? They gave up 2 second-rounders, and then a second-rounder next year, right?
Right. Or wasn't a first?
Spots.
There wasn't a first-rounder involved there.
Well, their original pick in the first round. Their ninth pick. I mean, their 6th pick. They moved up to number 3, and they give up 2 2s.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Oh, there it is. That's the first rounder, right?
So,
okay.
So, I think for us moving from 9 to 5, it would probably cost us 2 second-rounders and another third-rounder next year, maybe. But I think it could be done, and then you're left at number 5 with either Saquon or Bradley Chubb, because there's going to be 3 quarterbacks going in the top 3.
For sure.
In the top 4, sorry.
Yeah,
in the top
I know.
4. There's going to be 3 quarterbacks going in the top 4, because you know how people love a big arm with Josh Allen.
Yeah, and
he's going to go somewhere there.
And you know what? The Browns aren't fooling me any. The Browns like to collect picks. They don't need. They could get a running back in the second round with as high as they're going to be picking. They might trade that 4th pick for extra picks, and get.
But even if they fall in love with Barkley there. Even if they fall in love with Barkley and they take Barkley, we're left with Bradley Chubb there. That's why I think the Niners got to do whatever they can to jump to 5, and they'll have their pick of either Saquon or Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah,
Do you think that'd be crazy for the Niners to give up 2 second-round picks and then, say a third-round pick? Consider they're gonna be picking late anyways going forward. So.
You know what? They might be looking at a couple other guys. I mean, you know what? A lot of times, guys like Adam Peters and Martin Mayhew, they've scoured the collegiate ranks. I got a feeling they've seen something that may look equally as, like we got a lot of players last year that nobody knew anything about that really did a good job. I have a feeling they've got their eye and already got their edge rusher already picked out from somewhere, and he's probably going to be good.
You don't like?
I like.
You don't think Bradley Chubb will be a 15-sack guy eventually within a couple of years?
Yeah, I do. I like him a lot. I'm just saying, I got a feeling they won't want to trade up though, and as I say, Mayhew and Peters have probably told him, "Listen, don't worry about Bradley Chubb. I got this. I got this kid out of the middle of Dakotas, and you would not believe he's like a machine." Bradley Chubb's going to come in second to him next year in the first year. You look at last year, Myles Garrett was not as good as a kid from Tennessee. People said that during that year. The kid in Tennessee had a great job with the Eagles. I forget his Bennett. And, these are the things that you got to watch out for because the Golden Boys are going to get all the credit.
Thanks for the call, man. I'm gonna get out of here because I know you got people waiting. But I just wanted to see what you thought about that, because pass rushers are very hard to come by.
True. I just know John Lynch is going to want to go and gain picks right now, especially in these first 2 years.
Do you think it's a possibility they trade up at least 2 or 3 spots though, regardless?
If just me personally, I really don't think so. But, I could be wrong on that. So, all right, fam. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo.
Yeah.
All right, man. Go Niners.
All right, RC.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, RC. What do you think of tonight, man? All kinds of things going on. The fear factor in Ndamukong Suh, which I think is a little blown.
Fear factor? There ain't no fear factor.
Yeah, see, and also, and Pierre Garçon is sure of it.
Get rid of that ball before they even get close to him.
Yeah, see. Especially
how often do you see Tom Brady taking sacks?
And that's why we got all the speedy receivers.
Jimmy G is even faster than that.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why we got the speed receivers that know how to get separation. Nobody have any time for them big, slow dudes.
With trying to get all these big names in the draft and everything, our receivers create separation.
That's the
point.
And
with a good quarterback, with a great precision like Jimmy G, and the quick release, it's not needed.
Yeah.
We're playing small ball here when it comes to the offense. We got a great mind and speed, and that's going to kill.
Yes. A combination of speed from the quarterback getting rid of that ball and the foot speed. You got receivers out there that can't be covered. That's a unstoppable combination. I like it. I see what Kyle's doing. I've been appreciating it for a year. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I love the depth that we actually have in actually all positions, which is making us all go crazy on wondering what the hell are we going to do, because we can go so many different ways because we actually have a good depth at every position. I believe with our new cornerbacks, we were getting to the quarterback. We weren't getting to the quarterback, but we were hurting them a lot last year. Now we got actually a good cornerback with Sherman coming in that's going to give us an extra step. All those hurries and hits on quarterbacks that Buckner was getting, he's now going to get them because he has that extra step to go.
Yeah, you're right about that now. See, that's true because now the corner's going to cause a little delay You're right. That's the way it works, too. The quarterback's not going to just tee off like he did last year and throw to whomever he wants to or take his time. It's a good point.
Yeah. And I have one more question.
Hmm.
Everybody is talking about getting Derwin James. I mean, I think I would personally rather sign back Eric Reed and then still have my 9th overall pick to draft somebody else.
Yeah, that could work.
If you're looking for a safety upgrade, why? I mean, Eric Reed is one of the top 4 safeties in the game, in my opinion.
You know,
and he's a leader, and he knows our scheme already. So
yeah, you know what? Because Kwaski T had already taken Eric's spot. I think what Raymond's talking about is if Eric Reed, and I imagine Derwin James is a lot faster than Eric is, so you put Eric in that spot Derwin in that spot where you're deploying Eric Reed, along with Kwaski T. Now you got Kwaski T, you got Derwin James, and you got the over-top guy. I guess right now the way it sounds, it is going to be Adrian Colbert. That's a lot of speed and a lot of hit. I'm talking really hard-hitting. Wow, that's a hard-hitting trio. So I got a feeling that they may be thinking that. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, I don't think it's going to be Derwin James, even though he is a baller.
Yeah, you could be right. It's hard to call right now. All right. Tell you what, let me see tomorrow, fam, if you get some time, right?
Catch you later.
All right, RC. And it's Nighthawk. Oh, Nighthawk. Nighthawk might be over on his... Nighthawk's got a fan club that might be busy because those guys work hard.
What's up, Rambo?
Oh, there he is. Nighthawk's monitoring both. Hey, Nighthawk. You got Ndamukong Suh, man. He just signed up with the Rams. Are we in trouble?
I don't think so.
You and Pierre Garçon. Neither one of you think so. All right. What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking that the Rams they're gonna find out when they hit them next year.
Yeah, they only gave Suh a 1-year contract, so it's not going to kill him with the money. But he better produce in 1 year. Is he going to be enough? Because the Rams think they're going to the Super Bowl next year. They think the only reason they go to the Super Bowl is because of the Atlanta Falcons exposed them. They better do something about getting Todd Gurley free. Because you stop Gurley, stop the Rams.
If they don't make the playoffs, it'll be where's the pay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was nothing wrong with their defense. If they'd have left the defense like it was, they probably would have been better off. Letting all those guys leave was kind of strange. Oh yeah, they were. I think the Rams ranked kind of low in defense, which is kind of shocking to me. But anyway.
Yeah, but they kind of scared. That's why they're doing that.
Yeah, I know. They're doing all they can because they see the force coming. They see the 49ers coming. Jimmy G just screwed up everything for a lot of teams that weren't even thinking about the 49ers. So now they're trying to figure out, okay, here's how we stop him. You got to get more pressure up front and get to him before he can get that ball out. But this is kind of foolish.
You got to join the nightclub.
Nighthawk, yeah. Nighthawk didn't want to say the Nighthawks Club. He said the nightclub. Nighthawk, what?
No, I'm trying to say to you, Rambo, you should come in one time.
Yeah, no, normally I'm busy doing a whole lot of things, like I never stop. I've been meaning to get in there and talk to you guys for the last 3 days. I'm going to do my best today if I can get a moment of free. So yeah.
But like I said, man, I'm not scared of Rams. I feel comfortable with my team, so Rams are nothing. We got them.
Well, they're a good team, but I don't know if they should be beating up the 49ers. Put it that way. Yeah.
We got them.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Right.
That's what I have to say.
All right,
Go Niners.
Have a good night, Nighthawk. And it is. Yeah. It is Mike, the Hitman Hart. The best there is. The best there ever was. The best there ever will be. The founder of the Hart Foundation, Mike. Oh, and Mike, I have a message for you from Fox. He really does. He's honored by the fact that you gave him all that love. And he's proud to be a member of the Hart Foundation.
Oh, yeah, man. Big shout out to Fox, man. We are certainly glad to add you on, man. And we always gonna shout out the Hart Foundation and definitely our newest member. Welcome to the excellence of execution, man. Our name speaks to itself. We don't need anything else. Our title is bigger than everything. So welcome to the team, Fox. Glad to have you.
All right, there you go. Yeah. I told because he wanted if he had social media, and I told you no. He's not a social media guy, but I got that message to you.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it. I hope Fox listening, man. I'm not sure if he called in or not, but tell him, man, we appreciate it. If you get a hold of him, tell him I got his message, and I'm excited he's on the squad, man.
All right.
Ronbo, man, I kind of caught the tail end of some of these people talking, man. It's a good perspective out here, but man, it's amazing how many people are off, man, when it comes to Derwin James. But before I get into that, I need a quick installment, Ronbo, if you don't mind.
And now, as we continue in Monday Night Tradition, let me holler at you.
All right, man. So, Joey Mahoney, man, I happened to catch the tail end on Friday. I'm glad I didn't pass out. And, I'm a 49ers fan, so I'm trying not to bring Florida State into this conversation because everybody knows me. I'm a Florida State fan. I made it known, and I can care less who likes it. But Joey Mahoney, I was all right with you, man, until you said Florida State defensive ends you want to stay away from because of Tank Carradine. That's I'm sure you wasn't feeling that way when we acquired Darnell Dockett. You know, even though he was at the tail end of his career, he's a pass rusher. He went to Florida State. He seemed pretty damn good to me on fine pressure. So I'm not really sure why you would insert Florida State. You'd have been all right if you said, hey, I don't want Josh Sweat because of Tank Carradine, blah, blah, blah. But when you insert Florida State as, like, putting out bust or something, that's what it sounded like to me. You can go back and hear your statement. You know what you said. So as a Florida State fan, I just want to make it known real quick, man. Hey, you can't do that, bro. Can't do that, man. Florida State is a hell of a college, just like any college, man. It's all about the system at the end of the day. So please up your evaluation game a little bit better than that, brother. Darnell Dockett was a hell of a pass rusher, and I'm just using him because we acquired him. I can go on and on. But anyway, getting back to some serious matters. I heard the tail end of a couple people saying things as well about Derwin James, man, and I'm going to address this, because as a 49er fan, this is not about just picking a guy from a team I like. I'm trying to do what's best for our organization. Is Derwin James an immediate need? Probably not. But is he worthy of a ninth pick? Absolutely. So when someone says, I heard a caller say something about he can't cover, well, maybe they're not throwing his weight. I'm not sure if you watch Florida State every game, but Tavares McFadden is who was getting picked on more than anybody on Florida State secondary. It wasn't Derwin James, bro. Derwin James he was underutilized in that scheme that they was running, breaking up passes everywhere, hitting people. I don't know what people are watching, but, I understand the people's feelings about having safeties with Colbert and Jaquaski T. But behind that, depth-wise, assuming we're not bringing back Eric Reed, which is looking like, you know what I'm saying, who do you have back there behind it? If one of those guys go down, where are you going to next? I mean, my whole thing is this. I'm not going to sit here and say we need Derwin James at 9 or we need this player at 9. I think we can use anything. We were 6 and 10. So there's not too much that you can go offensive line, you can go pass rusher, you can go linebacker, you can go secondary. We need everything because we're a 6 and 10 club. No matter how much potential and whatever we got going for us going forward, we were still 6 and 10. So there's still another need there. So for the people that's saying pass rusher, it sounds good, but the reality is a lot of people are being realistic. They also saying that Landry or the dude out of Boston College is too high to take. So if you're not going to go with him at number 9 and Chubb's already gone, what pass rusher are you going to get? You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of names that people are really, really confident in. They'll say some names, and then they'll kind of back off of it. So I just think at the end of the day, man, rather than getting all reacting about what the Rams are doing or whatever anybody else doing, again, like I've been saying since the beginning of John Lynch and Shanahan's arrival, trust our GMs, our coaches, man. They have the best eye for evaluation of talent more than anybody on this phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at things, make good points, but you can also make a pros and cons argument with any type of position, any player. Nobody's going to come in perfect. Everybody has flaws. So
agreed.
We need everything. You know what I mean?
All right, Mike. And I so agree. Mike, we're going to stop there. And shout out to the Heart Foundation. Mike, go ahead and say the things you like to say as you're getting ready to say goodbye.
Oh, hey, Ronbo, one thing real quick. I also heard someone say something about how Jabril Peppers is an athlete. This was on Friday's call.
Yeah.
And how he's similar to Derwin James, but he went to the Cleveland Browns, man. Nobody goes there to see. They suck. So I think that was a little bad example, man. Like, let's not compare and contrast people, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, shout out to the Heart Foundation. I think everybody has good points.
Yeah.
So let's just trust our GMs, man, because they know better than we do.
There you go. I agree with that, too. I keep telling you. All right, Mike, always great to hear from you, fam. Talk to you later, okay? Tomorrow.
All right, Rumble.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you, a lot of great points being made tonight. Oh, man. I can't wait till see. Man, draft night, we're always sitting there wondering, oh, man, what are they going to do? You get, hey, Niner Inc.
Niners.
Niner Inc.
What's up, Rumble?
Boy, I'm so glad you called, man, because you know what? You must be around Ram fans since you're down in lovely SoCal. Have they grown extremely confident? Are you having to look at them and say, look, you guys beat us once in the last how many years? So please don't start, because you picked up Ndamukong Suh. I mean, what are you going through?
Well, my best friend's a Ram fan.
Of course.
And he's been a Ram fan since back in the day. Since
before
the
they went
80s.
to St. Louis.
We go way back. He's a faithful.
Yeah.
Them going back to St. Louis, them coming back, I give him that. He wasn't one of those people that all of a sudden got an LA team and he become a Ram fan. Nah, he was faithful.
Yeah.
So he's talking shit. My language. He's talking shit, but yeah, he believes that we're done. I'm telling him, you know what? We got that quick release quarterback. We got those fast, speedy receivers. Man, Ronbo, I ain't scared, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I'm actually loving it because it's going to bring out the dog in all of our offense.
No, really.
I just hope our guards step it up.
I agree.
I told them, you guys are going to mess up your team within. I won't be surprised if by the time we get a play, at least one player will be suspended on their team.
You're probably right. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. Somebody will be serving a suspension. Because they got them kind of players.
What he's putting his faith on is hurting our QB just like they hurt, what's his name? From the Eagles, Carson Wentz.
Was that the Rams? Was that the Rams that hurt him?
Yeah, that was them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So now he's saying, oh, now we're going to take out your QB and this and that. Look, that's the only way. And that's what LA's doing. They're bringing the dirty players so they could pump up the LA crowd and take it back to the Raider days.
I was getting ready to say, bring back the Raider days. Oh, man.
That's what it is, Ronbo. That's what it is, man. But I ain't scared, man. I'm loving it. I'm always representing my red and gold, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
And you know what? You ain't gonna see. Jimmy G ain't gonna be running. I don't know what possessed Carson Wentz to think he was supposed to run that kind of play. Quarterbacks are gonna protect themselves. You don't be running through the line of scrimmage and down the field and diving into the end zone. He was set up to get hurt right from there. Didn't even have to take the Rams to do that. So
Yeah. But I'm loving it, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I'm loving it, man.
And Niner, remember, and I don't know, I maybe have been by myself or the only person that admits it, but before we played Jacksonville, I was scared. I was talking major schmack, but I was scared to death that we was going to get killed. I thought Jimmy G was going to get buried that day. And look what they did. They didn't beat anybody as bad as they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Beat the hell out of them. So the Rams right now do not have a defense better than the Jacksonville Jaguars, even now. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm glad you brought that up.
We need to calm down. Yes.
Yeah, Ronbo, just like us, man, this whole new defense, they got to get it together, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if they already know the scheme and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
They're all new to that scheme, except for, what's his name, Aki Talib.
Yep.
He's familiar with Wade Phillips, but I ain't scared, Ronbo.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, man. If we were able to beat the Jags the way we did, Rams ain't nothing, man.
Tell you.
So everybody relax. I'm good with the receiving core we have, because these guys are hungry, man. They're the future, Ronbo. That's the other thing. We're building for the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're not making these
Old
these
men.
moves that the Rams are making, you know, those desperate moves.
Yeah.
You know, we're setting up our players for the future. They're thinking about now.
Mhm.
And right now is this season coming up. Because after this season, they can't afford Suh. You know? They got to pay up to Marcus Peters.
There you go.
I ain't worried, Ronbo.
There you go. Nandering, I'm going to look for you tomorrow, fam. Hope we got some time, all right?
All right, for sure, Ronbo.
All right.
Thank you for what you do, bro.
Hey, appreciate you, fam.
Nine.
Yeah. And seriously, I can't emphasize enough, the Rams' defense right now is not as good as the Jaguars were last year. And we keep this in mind. 49ers beat them not knowing a whole lot about the playbook. Garçon wasn't even home. Just telling the truth. Hey, let's go. Are we going to the Notorious Lee? Where are we?
What's up, Ronbo?
Oh, okay. Yeah, who is this?
This is Tyrone, man. What's happening?
Tyrone, my notes were all in the wrong. Okay. Tyrone, what's up, man?
Man.
Tyrone, you're not on speakerphone, are you?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now you're okay. Yeah, go ahead, man.
How's it going with you tonight, man?
Hey, you know, Tyrone, I've sat here and I'm glad we got together tonight. At first, I was a little concerned with what I'd hear tonight, and I didn't really have any real feeling other than the fact that I said, you know what, Ndamukong Suh hasn't done anything in 2 years. All of a sudden, he's just going to explode into this monster. And then I said his presence on that line is going to help Aaron Donald. But is his presence going to help Aaron Donald more than Robert Quinn coming off that edge? I don't think so.
Man, no, I don't think, man, see, we handled Calais Campbell and the Jaguars with Malik Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't really see what the big deal is. I mean, that Jaguar defensive line is just as brutal.
It was scary.
As a defense overall.
Calais Campbell.
At the end of the day, we still got to line up. We got to still line up man to man at the end of the day. But I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
We're thinking about Suh from when he played in Detroit.
I know, right?
He's not even half that player right now.
It doesn't seem like it do it. Yeah. So.
No, he didn't do that much when he was with Miami.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why Miami said, man, we're paying you way too much money for you to look like. We don't even recognize who this is, man. The guy we saw in Detroit played way better football than this. We can't be paying that much money. Goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want the Rams getting OBJ because you saw what OBJ did to Richard Sherman.
Yeah, see, that's why, and that concerned me. I didn't want to see that happen. But beyond that, they've not done enough. What's their wide receiver?
Nah.
Man, they ain't got but one dude that really worries me. It's.
Yeah, I think we're doing what we need to do. Being patient, plugging in. We got, offensive line is getting better. I know some guys are improving, as Garnett and them, but I think the guys are going to be fine. I don't think that. I think it's going to be very supplemental for what they're doing in the off season. Those guys give them time to learn Kyle Shanahan's system. Those guys got some more time together. You got the dude Cooper that came in, who's very physical. I think he can handle Suh on the left-hand side. I don't really think it's going to be as big of a deal as people might think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But as far as the draft itself, man, if Tremaine Edmonds is not there, Derwin James is a monster, man.
Yeah.
I'm a FSU fan myself, but I watched him all the time. Derwin James is a monster. If we don't get Derwin James or Tremaine Edmonds, I wouldn't mind because I don't think Nelson's going to be there. I wouldn't mind trading back at that point, but I think we're going to be fine overall, man. I think, Shanahan's going to scheme it out. And I think we have some other players that got hurt earlier last year that we haven't even seen the full potential of our team. We got Trent Taylor, Victor Bolden, those quick guys coming off. We got some great things going on.
Guarantee you, from what I just heard about their linebacker core, if they don't do anything about that linebacker core in L.A., I give Trent Taylor a 100-yard game easily.
Oh, we're gonna tear him up. I'm telling you.
This is his second year.
Seen Victor Bolden. I'm telling you.
I wish they'd play him more.
Speed on Victor Bolden.
Yeah. I wish they'd play him more. But they're gonna, Victor Bolden. I hope they let him. I hope he makes the team because they seem to like to put Trent in the punt return. I don't want him punt returning. I want him fresh.
Yeah, me neither.
Running them crisp.
I think we should get a receiver in the draft. It's a lot of tall, big, fast receivers in the draft.
Yeah.
We don't need to spend a whole lot of money. I think OBJ will be good in our system, but I don't want him on our team.
Yeah,
I think he's too much an individual player. We have a lot of synergy with our team currently. We don't really need all that other outside, so we keep building the way that we're building. As far as internal and right key guys, I think we should be fine. But there's a lot of big receivers in the draft that can, certain plays and go against.
All right, fam. Well, let me see you tomorrow. And
all right, brother, you have a good one.
Yeah.
And Niner Faithful, Niner Nation, y'all doing your thing, and enjoy your show as always, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Have a good night too, huh? All right.
All
right. Hey, Michael.
Ronbo.
Mike, what's going on, man?
Everything.
Yeah.
I just started listening to your show and heard about Suh going to the Rams.
Yeah, did you not know about that before this hour?
I did not know about it earlier
It's
in the day, but when I
insane.
started listening on my way home, I heard you talking about it. And I got to say, man, the Rams are trying to win football games, man. They are making moves.
Big moves.
Now, this one, I don't know about. I mean, we'll see. I agree with a lot of the other callers and with yourself as far as his motivation. This is a football player that could be an absolute beast, but his motivation, for some reason, I don't know what's in this guy's head, but there's something that, like you said, he takes plays off. He disappears for a little while. And when he was with Miami, he kind of did that a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because he was on Miami. They're horrible.
And he knew it too. He quit. You're right.
Yeah.
He didn't motivate that team. He didn't
maybe
lead.
Now, being with the LA Rams and being next to
Aaron Donald.
maybe that's going to motivate this guy. I mean, I see in a 3-4, it's kind of an unusual thing for this guy. But I think when they're in that nickel package or that up front 4 package, I think him next to Donald, that's gonna cause some problems.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just you can't debate that. I mean, if this guy's motivated, Aaron Donald. I don't know if you got the clips I sent you, but I sent you some clips on Jonathan Cooper on Dallas blocking Aaron Donald, and I watched the whole game. They had it on NFL Network on Saturday, the Rams against Dallas, and I got to see Aaron Donald against Jonathan Cooper almost the whole game.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to see, Aaron Donald not get back, but Aaron Donald is just the guy's he's a total beast. I mean, it was half and half though. When Cooper locked onto him, he did really well.
Oh yeah, that's with Cooper. If he gets you, you're done. If you get past him, that's another story. But if Cooper locks into you, you're not going anywhere. So that's what I do like about him. You're right.
Exactly, but Donald is just so fast,
Oh,
and with him and Suh in there, I mean, it is going to cause problems. And they still have Michael Brockers too, who's kind of I don't know, he hasn't done all that much lately, but he is a pretty good lineman too. And then with LaMarcus Joyner back there, and their 2 new additions at corners, this is shaping up to be one hell of a rivalry. That's what I can say about it, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And as far as OBJ is concerned, hell no. He's not a fit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and that's why nobody's talking about him. Somebody said the 49ers are in the mix. I don't think so. I mean, Mike, what do you say to him?
Throwing the ball all over the field. Jerick McKinnon is going to be lining up all over the field. Jerick McKinnon is going to be lining up in the slot, out wide. They're going to be doing all kinds of things with these guys, and we don't need OBJ over here. No.
And Mike, if you did what would you say to OBJ if it was possible? What would be the magic words to get him to realize it's a team game and I've got a team concept? Can you work with that? I mean, was that what you'd say to him, and then what would you do? And what'd you expect?
Well, that's the problem. When you got a locker room like the 49ers have right now they just brought in Sherman, so this is going to make a difference. But when you have a locker room that does not have those players that are policing the locker room, like the Ronnie Lotts, the Steve Youngs, the guys that used to lead this football team in the locker room, when you don't have that, which we don't right now, we're growing still, but when you don't have that, a guy like this could come in and disrupt the locker room. He could be a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to risk my locker room getting kind of I don't know what the word is for it.
It's volatile. You don't want to have that volatility.
Distracted,
Mike, we're gonna stop there though. Mike, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and maybe let's see what happens tomorrow. There's no telling; things are moving fast. I want to see where OBJ does end up, though.
Sounds great, Ronbo. And before I take off here, real quick, just Mike Hart. I thought he had some great points earlier about the draft. You know, we can get a lot of different players with that number 9 pick and still make our team better. So, you know, we don't have to draft for position. You know, we need this or that. There's a lot of players there's going to be a lot of great players at that number 9. So.
Absolutely. That's true. And they've addressed their main needs in free agency, basically. So, yeah. All right, Mike. Good stuff, man. See you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Ronbo. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Shout
thanks,
out
Mike.
to the Empire.
All right.
Go Niners.
Hey, Tony.
Ronbo.
Hey, Tony. You,
All right.
Yeah. I'm listening.
All right. So, you know, I don't really think Ndamukong Suh is going to do much. You know, he's a great player, but he didn't really do anything in Miami that made them a better team.
True.
He's just a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really dirty, too. And I fear for Russell Wilson because Suh's just going to try and eat him up. Jimmy Garoppolo gets the ball out in time, so that really won't happen where Suh will have the chance to hurt Garoppolo. But Wilson, I fear for his life. I'm not even kidding when I say that.
Oh, I know. If he gets a hold of him, he's not going to tackle him. He's going to try to maim and cripple him. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's...
now
go ahead.
regarding... Oh, continue.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So regarding the draft, I really think that trading back is our best option because we have our safeties right now. We have Colbert and Kowalski. Plus, if you look at it, Kowalski's heart is just like Cam Chancellor. I don't want another guy like that in the draft. I want an Earl Thomas. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to rebuild that Seahawks defense, except make them last longer than they did. So a guy I'm really fond of is Justin Reed from Stanford. He had 5 interceptions this year. He had 2 against Utah, and he had 3 others scattered across the year. But he really reminds me of a harder-hitting Earl Thomas, and I think he'd be a great fit. I think we could actually pick him up in the 3rd round because safeties don't really go that high in the draft, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
And then if we trade back from that 9th spot, we can probably get a lot if a team like Arizona or Buffalo is looking for a quarterback, if they haven't already traded up for one. We trade back. We pick up a quality offensive lineman. I'm thinking Isaiah Wynn, because our guards are horrific. We have our tackles, we have the center, but our guards are horrific. Jonathan Cooper was graded a 67 by PFF, and Garnett was graded a 46, I believe.
Yeah, but he hasn't played in a year.
I know, but
okay,
I just don't think there's much talent there.
I know, but the other thing is, I'm saying, Tony, you can't. He may have grown since he's been a rookie, although he hasn't had many snaps since that first. Well, you know, I really think the jury should stay out on Garnett for a few more minutes. At least let him hit the field for a couple of games and get an idea on him. With Jonathan Cooper, only guys like Aaron Donald are getting now. He's another guy that can't stay on the field. We've got guys that can't stay and play, but Jonathan Cooper, watch film on that guy. If he locks in on you, you're not going anywhere. I don't care who you are. You're not going anywhere. So his problem is if you beat him, he's going to beat you. But he doesn't play enough games, so he's another guy that's, if he stays on the field, we'll be fine. If he gets hurt like he likes to do, yeah, we got another problem.
I've seen him play. I'm not too fond of him because with him it's like 30-70. 30% of the time, the other 70% of the time lets the rusher go through so quickly.
I don't know. The film I saw, he handled us really well. I watched a couple other games I wanted to see him play. He does a pretty good job. I tell you what. Who would you put in there instead then?
If I were the general manager, I would actually keep Garnett where he is now, and I would draft Isaiah Wynn, put him at left guard, and then because we traded back getting Isaiah Wynn, we can potentially get another 2nd-round pick where we can get a guy like Mike Gesicki or Uchenna Nwosu. So that's just where I stand. I don't think Derwin James is a great player, and I think we can replace our guards because I'm not in love with them right now.
All right. That's okay. Well, because I think the 49ers have done pretty much all they're going to do. You get a first-year kid out of college to play the offensive line, he's going to struggle anyway. So you know, if you could get him this year and let him work behind the line we got, maybe next year he can take over. But for right now, I think that's a solid offensive line. I like Staley, Cooper. What is his name? He's got such a weird name. The center we got, he's got a lot of skill. Now, I don't know what Josh Garnett's going to do. That's the only thing. I think Josh Garnett should be on the left side. Put Cooper on the right side. I think Garnett may be ready. Yeah. So, and Trent Brown, no fears. Yeah. All right, Tony. Let me so we get some time. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Quarterback. All right, Ronbo, check your emails, okay?
All right, we'll do. All right, Tony. All right.
Finally, the rod has come back to Ronbo Live.
Rod, what's up?
Oh, man. You know me, man. I got to always throw caution to the wind. I'm sitting here listening to the Niner Empire like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Can I get them, man?
Man, we're looking so hard. We're looking at the future.
Let me get that word. Oh,
you need that? Oh, yeah. Niners!
Niner Nation, check it out, man. Bottom line is this. I hear y'all talking about y'all not scared. Ndamukong Suh's watched stuff. Man, look here. First thing first. We talking about Wade Phillips. Stop.
Yeah, that's a good point
do your
there.
Homework. Do your homework. Wade Phillips got the lead back. Now he got the Ndamukong Suh playing next to Colvin. Man, you can't underestimate what this man, what you guys say about Shanahan offensively is Wade Phillips defensively.
There's a matchup.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you think about it. You think about it in these terms. The type of points. I hear y'all talk all that shit about Odell Beckham. Man, bottom line is this. Odell Beckham Jr., man, is like Julio in a sense where he will be the one that has to require two people to check him. That's the whole thing about Shanahan's offense. You got to have that receiver who's so good that you have to change up your cover scheme where more than one person is checking them, and then you get the mismatch. And then receiver name that you guys love, Tyler Gabriel.
Oh, Taylor Gabriel? Or Taylor Gabriel. Oh, no, Taylor Gabriel from Atlanta.
Those type of guys get because of the number one receiver.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I just feel like if we get Odell Beckham Jr., hell, if our defense doesn't get completed this year, to give us the opportunity to score more points.
Yeah, I did agree with that, though. Yeah, I did agree with that. You know what? If he would draw.
Just one more point, Ron, before I won't forget. Give me just one more point.
Go ahead.
The last thing I want y'all to keep in mind is this. Look, I like the way the way your boy Marquise Goodwin played this year, too. He played great. But let's keep it real, y'all.
Yeah.
NFL, when them cats get them damn films on you, it don't mean that you're not gonna be good anymore. It's just to say, well, I didn't know what your strengths are, so it ain't gonna be as easy to do what you did last year this year, because now we got the film. Go ahead, talk to me, Ronbo.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, that's true. And with Marquise Goodwin, here's the thing about speed receivers like Tyreek Hill, Marquise Goodwin, and Ty Hilton. You can watch film on them all day. Unless you got a guy out there with enough speed, he's still gonna get eat up. You could do like Jalen Ramsey had me laughing so hard last year. What you do is you just play off him and contain him. You don't. It's like Marquise said one time: if you miss any of your assignments, if you flinch, if you for one moment off your cues, it's a wrap. When he said that last year, I didn't know what he was talking about exactly. Then I watched him in the course of the year. Okay, see, now I know what he was talking about. If you make a mistake on Marquise, you're dead, especially with Jimmy G. He's not you don't get a second chance. And Marquise learned to catch the ball last year after Jimmy G got in, like I didn't even know he had the ability to. So that's why I don't worry about Keith. Garçon can be covered because he's a little slower, he's a little older, a little bigger. Trent Taylor, there's not very many defenders who can stop him. So I feel good about that. But I'm concerned about going deep, unless Keith is going deep, and I don't want to see that too often. It's all a strategy, though, you know, Rod. We'll
think
see.
about trying to cover Odell Beckham.
That's what I'm saying.
Goodwin,
That's what I'm saying.
Try to cover the running back McKinnon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then there's also juice, which is the X factor in every game. You know what, Rob? We gotta go though. But man, it's a lot to look forward to, ain't it?
Tell you one more. These Rams. We gonna call them the Golden State Rams team.
You go. All right.
Last time, Philadelphia Eagles, the dream team, and then they ain't do shit all season long.
I know.
We gonna call them the Golden State Rams.
Hey, Ron, let me see you tomorrow, man. All right.
All right, man.
All right, Ron. Niner! I mean, Ron, he's waiting for that, man. All right,
I
Ron.
ain't even asked for it. You gave it to me, baby.
You the man, Ron. All right, fam. Have a good night. Hey, Lee. I love it when people get. He's got his music. What character could he be? Is that Nelly? Lee.
No problem.
It's up, Lee. How you doing, man?
No, doing good. How are you?
Awesome. We're going through the Ndamukong Suh dangers, and as we thumb through, we realize, are the Rams really that much better than the Jacksonville Jaguars right now? I don't think so. I think I'll put Boye and Jalen Ramsey up against Talib, who's 32 now, and I still have a hunch about Peters having been, his strength may have been the Kansas City Chiefs front line. But we'll see. And after that, I just found out they don't have an offensive linebacking crew in a 3-4, which is extremely important. I figure they're going to do something about that between now and opening day. But if that's the case, I have already given Trent Taylor's going to have a 100-yard day that day. But Lee, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I seen the Suh signing. I was keeping an eye on it the other day when I heard when the Jets pulled out the offer.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was the Rams, but obviously they've signed a lot of big names, Ronbo, but I think it just puts more pressure on them more than anything. The expectations. If they don't win a Super Bowl or win the NFC Championship, then it's going to be a waste of a season. So they're just putting high expectations on themselves. I think we'll just sign under the radar players.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we beat last year, and they've lost a lot of players too. Like they lost Ogletree, Sammy Watkins,
Robert Quinn,
Tremaine Johnson.
Yeah.
So they've gotten that much better, and guys like Suh and Talib.
Mhm.
They're on the decline, Ronbo. They're not young anymore, so they probably only got a season or two. Maybe Suh's got a couple because he's a defensive lineman. But
you're right.
They'll decline.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Mhm.
be healthy position in our conference if anything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you're right. Somebody's got to get blamed. If they don't go to the Super Bowl, somebody's got to get fired next year.
With how much money they're going to be spending in that. And Suh's only signed for 1 year, Ronbo?
Yeah, Suh's 1 year, $14 million. He's the only 1 year contract though, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've their baskets into trying to win it probably for this next year. If they don't win it, it's going to be a miserable season if they don't pull it off with all the guys they signed. But I think we're going to be competitive. Look at the guys we've signed. We've made improvements in all the areas. We really just need that edge rusher.
Oh yeah.
And more guys. I wouldn't mind drafting another O-lineman though in the first few rounds.
And they probably will. I wonder which round though. You're right. The first few rounds. Lee, the thing I enjoy the most is all those rookies that we played last year, especially that coming down that last 5-game stretch. They're not rookies anymore. You know what? The NFL speed is nothing to surprise them anymore. So I look for huge contributions from guys like Kittle, Taylor, even Kendrick Bourne, Jimmy G. This is really only his second year behind the wheel. Man, I see the 49ers being just ruthless on offense. I'm only concerned about the defense. But go ahead.
Yeah, like what we did to the Jaguars last season, with the whole preseason under our belts with Jimmy G, learning more of the playbook and all the receivers,
And that, exactly. Yeah.
I can only see us greatly improving this next season. And then the guys we're going to pick up in the draft and the guys we've already added, I just think big season,
Absolutely.
I don't think we're going to get anything under 10-6, to be honest.
And the bottom line is Kyle Shanahan is going to have more offensive plays to dial up than what he was using coming down that last 5-game stretch. We're going to see a lot of embarrassing things happen to defenses next year that are, I guarantee you, especially with Jimmy G's speed and the speed we got out there receiving core, we're going to be going, ooh. I think we're going to be doing a lot of that next year. I can see it already.
Yeah. What do you think about signing Odell Beckham if he had a chance to? What do you think, Ron?
He's awesome and an awesome talent. I only worry, will he come in and play with the team, or will he insist to be the centerpiece of the offense? It's the only thing, but otherwise, that guy he's great. And he'd help the other part because the defense would be keying on him. And now, good Lord, Goodwin will have a field day. So, but we'll see. They might do it, Lee.
I'd rather sign someone of his talent. He's one of the best in the NFL. You look at his numbers, what he's put up in his first 3 years in the league. No one even starts like that. And even Antonio Brown didn't start his career like that. But like you said, he'd take all the pressure off guys like Goodwin. They'd get open a lot more. Guys like Trent Taylor, and then they'll just make our offense a lot better. And I'd rather sign someone like him if we had the chance than taking a risk on a first-round pick like a few of the other Niner.
Yeah, I know. Lee, we need to stop there. But, Lee, I tell you what, man, I look forward to tomorrow if you get a chance. Lee, see that sunshine behind him? He's down where the land is down under a bit, and the sunshine is reaching.
Hit squad, Ronbo, Razor. And to you, thanks for all you do for the Niner Empire.
Thanks, Lee. All right, fam. Have a great day. Hey, and about Ezekiel Espay. Thanks, fam. Oh. All right, and we go to area code 707. Hello.
Hello.
I like that Willis logo. What is your name?
What's up, man? You can call me Con, bro.
Wait, say it one more time.
You can call me Con.
Con? As in Con Air, Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, God. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Ooh, man, I've been waiting a minute to get on. What's up?
Oh, yeah. We get a little crowded sometimes. Sorry. But, yeah, you already know what's up, man. We got Ndamukong Suh now all of a sudden in L.A. And
Nah. It's funny, though, because we were talking, you guys were talking about him. I looked him up, man. He only, in his 3 seasons in Miami, he only had 14.5 sacks.
I know, right?
So that's
how many tackles?
That's about 4.8 a season. So this dude's got a big off switch. So who knows? Maybe he's got this 1-year deal. Because if you notice, everyone around the league this year is doing 1-year deals. It's like a make it or break a year for some reason. Everyone's just trying to stockpile superstars, but for a year, just help us get to the Super Bowl this year, and that's it. So I don't know. It's weird.
I'm surprised he signed.
That plays out.
Yeah, I'm surprised he signed that deal.
It's funny. No, it's funny because I thought he was going to go to the Saints because they look like a better team. Because I don't want him going to the Rams, man. Shit, I ain't trying to play him twice a year. But
no, I know.
I thought he was going to go to the Jets too because
or
the Jets
Titans
offered him a lot of money.
Yeah,
they offered him the bigger contract.
No, well, the Jets.
Crazy.
No, they pull that deal off the table. The owner didn't know. Somebody in their organization didn't know that he had got offered that kind of money. So he comes running. Whoa! Take that down from there. I'm not paying him that much money. That's what happened there. Because you know what, Suh is not the same Suh as he was in Detroit. So the owner, whoever that was, says no. I'll pay him less than that. So I think that's what happened there.
See, but honestly, I think what the Niners need to address is O-line. It's like everyone's been saying, it's our guards, man. Now that I looked into Jonathan Cooper, he's only played. He said he's only played maybe not even a full year. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
Since training camp.
He is.
Weston Richburg.
Yeah.
Coming off some back problems. I wouldn't mind getting Quentin Nelson. it's like I don't know. We definitely need to solidify our O-line for sure. Like at the guard position.
Yeah.
Because I still, Staley looks like he's been rejuvenated, man. He's ready to go this season. Trent Brown's looking good.
Yeah.
You know, we got Gilliam. Like we extended them, and also I think we gotta address the right parts, man.
Yeah.
Like I think that definitely is.
I like the center though. That center has some skills that you don't find in most centers. That reach block, he's going to help a lot. I don't know that he got hurt. He had a concussion last year, so we'll see what happens. But
it was concussion, yeah. I think that should be good because I don't know who. I think it was Cooper that's coming off like a back and knee injury. So I don't know that's probably going to that's going to be iffy on him. But no, I was definitely looking into that Weston Richburg's film. He looks good.
He's solid.
Looks good. I like that signing.
Yeah, and I need you.
The other guy.
Hey, Con, hold on a second. I need you to mute your TV for us. It's getting into your microphone.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so
My bad.
So everybody doesn't know that works.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
But I mean, what's it called? Other than other free agents we got, Jeremy Ataochu. I haven't found any film on him too. Have you found any film on him? I can't find anything. All I can find is 2015, 2016 film, which is I don't know. I need some current film, you know.
He's another guy. You look at Cooper's going to be solid if he stays healthy. Ataochu, same thing. Yeah. Solid if he stays. Those are if guys that are traditionally they get hurt. If they stay solid, we win. That's all there is to it.
That's all it is to it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Because that rush coming off the edge will now let DeForest Buckner and Solomon T do what they do. If Cooper's ready, then Jimmy G will cut any defense in the NFL up like a surgeon. We've already seen that. There is no defense he can't work, especially with Kyle Shanahan calling the plays. Yeah. So but we have to have those guys stay healthy. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that's it. As long as we have a good, solid O-line to protect Jimmy, I mean, we'll go this season. You know, I got some good expectations, but let's see what happens. See what happens.
And remember now, and also keep in mind,
excited, man.
Yeah, the offensive line's got to be athletic. That's another thing, because you can't put anybody in there. Because you got to be able to do certain things. If you're not athletic, you're not going to help him any. So he's going to be looking at that too.
Nah.
But we'll see what happens. That's why they got Joshua Garnett on water diet.
Hey man, I know y'all. Call us, go Niner Nation.
All right. Thanks, God.
And
see you tomorrow. Con, get back to us tomorrow, bro. All right. And hey, there's Farouk.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, Farouk, man. I just sit back here wondering what's going to happen next, man. I knew things were going to get dramatic between here and draft night, but who knew? The Rams are although I did know the Rams were going to end up with Ndamukong Suh, because the other choices of a place he could go, I knew this was the most attractive. So, he's going around trying to drive the price up. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, hey, first and foremost, I wanted to let my son say something real quick.
Okay.
What you got to say, son?
Nana!
All right, now get on that. Get on that.
I like him.
Yeah, all right. So there's two things I wanted to say that we haven't really highlighted tonight.
Okay.
One on the first thing on OBJ was it's he wants his money, but the Rams want their cut too. So, we're not going to just get him for free and then have to pay OBJ money. The Rams are going to want some draft picks or players or whatever. You know what I mean? On top of him being a knucklehead, which
see?
Yeah, so it's just too much, man. So that's that. But other than that, on Suh, I'm not worried about the gameplay, man. I'm worried about the dirt baggery.
I know, right?
I mean? Suh is a dirt bag, man. Yeah. So I'm worried about him stepping on somebody's leg or injuring somebody. Our quick passing will defeat that rush they got trying to come. I'm worried about when he get frustrated with the quick pass and then he start doing that bullshit he do. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I'm worried about Suh with. So.
You know, that's it.
Farouk, can you imagine? You know how Joe Staley is. Joe Staley is actually the enforcer out here. He's already jammed up a few people. Remember back in Tennessee when that dude hit Cap? Joe had him in his collar up in the air within seconds. I wonder if Joe would go after Suh. Because I already know Trent Brown will be over there a step behind him. And Joe will feel like he's got reinforcement. That could be interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just need another enforcer, though, Joe.
Yeah, see, this is why I like Alex Boone. If you got a yeah, well, this is why you should like about Alex Boone. If you mess up, him and the AD would see to it that you wouldn't mess up twice. I don't know if we have that kind of enforcer now in the offensive line now, other than Joe Staley. So, but you know, we'll see. Farouk, did we lose Farouk's connection? Maybe he was a little bounce in there. Yeah, that's. You know, Ndamukong Suh's got to be concerned about trying to hurt one of our players. That's why when I said Anthony Davis, and I used to love how the Rhino, if you messed up and hurt one of the players, and they thought you did it on purpose, they'd be all over your ass. So you know. We might have to sign out here. We have a system crash. So, fam, I tell you what I'm going to do. I said, I may have to pause here for a moment, or are we taking an exit? All right. So, fam, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for you tomorrow, and I hope you can still see me. I'll look for you tomorrow, and just have a great. And don't worry about Ndamukong Suh. He's only one man. He hasn't been one man for like 2 years. He's been a half a man. Rams, don't get confident. It's going to take more than that. Wait a minute. I forgot to say my thing, didn't I? Please. Sheik forgot to tell you. Please don't forget to hit that like. Share and subscribe. Niners!